better sort of deal. I don't want to fuck it up.
Hello, welcome back to another exciting edition of Chico and the Tanman. I am your host, Vic the Tanman, aka Tanman, and of course I have my co-host over here. Hold on, we got it. We got an alert. It's not Mo. Mo's not back with a vengeance. Sorry, it's my regular. It's the other M,
Yeah.
Chico. What's up, man?
Mo Chico, that's what it is. What's up, peoples?
What's good, man? That's funny. We were talking about during the intro. He was like talking about we actually, this is the first I think episode where we not really. I mean, I just didn't have a chance to get any beer, so I don't have any beer on me here.
I'm just getting over being sick.
Yeah.
Last time I was sick, I ended up getting drunk and it made me sicker. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing that crap again.
Oh yeah, see, because like I said, you just came. Like we said, when Mo covered for last one, we we figured you got sick, but it's just probably. I mean, we joke like, oh, it's COVID, but it's just when you
It's
you
the
like,
Rona.
it's the Rona. It's like he keeps getting screwed over here.
Yeah.
But
I'm that sensitive dude too. You know,
No,
change the temperature on the thermostat. I'm all why?
Yeah.
Sniffles.
No, dude, there's this. Speaking of that, like you're talking about, it makes you like worse. I remember one time I went to our mutual friend Daryl house one time for Christmas. You know, his family has this get-togethers and stuff, and I was over there, and I don't know, was it Christmas or Thanksgiving? I think it might have been Thanksgiving. I just stopped by, and I was over there for a few hours. You know, they had out some beers and stuff, and I don't know what it was, but I was fine until like as I got there. I think I just started getting like just the sick. I don't know if I had like a stomach flu or like a quick hour, like 24-hour flu, but I just was not feeling good, and I had like I started getting like real hot, and when you get like sweaty when you start like feeling sick. It happened, and I was like, well, I can't. At the time when you're just like, I'm just gonna play it off, and I don't want to have, it's like I don't want to show people I'm getting sick, I'm weak. So I was like, felt like crap, and I was just like, I don't know. I was like, I don't know what's going on, but they were like offering me like drinks and alcohol, and it was like so hard to like even just drink a beer. Dude, I feel so bad, but I made it for a few hours, and then when I went home, I just like. I was like, dude, I think I'm sick. I think I got like a cold or 24-hour bug or something. And then like I don't know. I took a bunch of medicine, fell asleep, and then like next day I was okay. But it was just weird. It's weird when you get those.
It's like I don't know.
Flu. I rather get like. I don't know. I don't like getting sick at all. I don't know if I rather have a long one or a short one. I mean, the short ones obviously are good, but it's just when they hit you, it's just weird, and then it's gone. You're just like.
I'd rather have a short, man, because me, every time I get sick, I get sick.
Yeah, like well, at least see, the thing is, what I'm saying about that is like the longer ones, like the ones that you can see them coming, like you know your body to where you start developing some symptoms. You're like, oh, I need to stop this now. Like with me, I like start buying a bunch of shit, and then I start taking it, and then I'm like, all right, and then like I usually can stop it. But like the short ones, I don't know, they like come out of nowhere, but you can't do anything at that time. But then they like go away. But I don't know. I think I rather have like the short, like quick bug where you're just have a fever and you sweat it out and you're good, rather than like a 24-hour like stomach flu. I think that's the worst because you're getting, you're on the toilet all the time and you're throwing up or something. I think those suck. I think those are way worse.
Yeah, that there is more suffering. I think. Well, like more bigger suffering sort of deal, I guess you could say. Because like for me, I think. The whole me being sick like that last week, dude, it was just dragging on, dude. Like I wasn't even
go away.
Yeah, it was just dragging. That's what I think just sucked. Like I'd rather deal with it just one day. Like let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
So I want to say I haven't started. Was it the Love Country? Oh, because let me tell you what happened. Because of my HBO, I told you a little bit what was going on. So I think this is weird. Okay, so my HBO all of a sudden stopped, like trying to work like last weekend. I don't know what the hell happened, but it like all of a sudden I could load in and like look at all the programs and stuff, but I couldn't like watch anything because it would take me to the screen. It was like your subscription is expired, and then it would show me like $11.99, or it would say log in. I'm like, what the hell? So of course I have my cable on through, since I have HBO through them, I should be able to have it. So I would like link to my service provider, and every time I would link to my service provider, it would take me back to the main menu, and give me the same thing. And I'm like, okay, so I'm good. And I kept clicking on a show, and it would not let me watch it. So I called my cable company, and they're like, yeah, you should have it. I said, you pay for HBO, it should come with it, you should be good. They kept trying to link it and it wouldn't work. So they're like, gave me this random number to HBO Max, which was like, gave me a number to Time Warner or some shit. And I'm like, it's a weird number. I was like, it's from New York, nobody ever answered and all that stuff. I was like, okay, this number is dead. So I had to like Google search HBO Max, and they actually have a 800 number. So I got the number my way, not the number that they gave me. And then of course before, when I tried that old number, it was the weekend, and they're closed from Monday to Friday,
Yeah.
so I couldn't even call them.
It was a holiday weekend
Yeah,
too. On top
yeah,
of that.
exactly. And then so I finally called them like 2 days ago. And they looked it up, and they were like, "Yeah, your thing, you're not subscribed anymore. Like it's all on Comcast end." And I'm just like, Comcast told me I'm good. They sent me to you guys, and then they're like, "Yeah, but there's here. It's just you don't have it. You need to find out exactly what your package is." So I call back cable company, and they looked into it, and apparently, like older packages, it like it just like it's like doesn't include Max or something. And I was like, what? I was like, okay. I was like, no one told me this. And so like they offered me a thing, and it ended up making my monthly cable thing cheaper, but I got HBO Max again. I
Uh-huh.
don't I don't know. They like updated my package or something, but I thought that was weird and stuff. I don't know. Maybe after like 6 months or a year, it'll go up higher because
Yeah,
it
yeah.
throws it in. But I think that's kind of, I don't like that. So for people who don't know about that, just be wary that if you have like an older HBO, if you've had HBO for a while, and all of a sudden you try to do HBO Max and it suddenly doesn't work, they're probably trying to have you upgrade and stuff. Oh, but with that, real quick, people, I almost forgot. I want to let everyone know to, that we're not just on the YouTubes. We're also on any podcast channel, Spotify, Anchor, Home, Apple Podcasts, and stuff. And what we like to say also is, just go ahead and give us like some likes, give us some reviews, give us some stars, because it helps us out a lot. And honestly, the best thing you guys can do with podcasts, or even watching us on YouTube, is just spread the word. Just tell people, hey, there's a couple of knuckleheads here who you might like or have interests that you like, and if you like movies and comics, please just spreading the word, telling friends about us and stuff helps us out a lot, and gets like more eyes and ears. So but we want to say thank you for joining us anyways, and for like new people who just tune into the show. We're just, like I said, we're just two guys who kind of talk about our favorite things, like movies, comics, geek stuff, culture, trailers, all that stuff. And we wanted to treat it like you're a couple friends just at a bar talking about your favorite things. So that's what we do. That's what we bring here. We're not professionals or experts or anything like that.
Oh, far from it.
No, yeah,
Far
far from.
from
We
it.
have our opinions. That you might agree with, you might disagree with, but like I said, we're here. We just talk about it because we're all fans of things. So, yeah. So anyway, so yeah, back to that. So I finally got HBO Max back, and so immediately I was like, I gotta watch this Action Point documentary about that New Jersey crazy ass
Theme
cheap
park.
like
Yeah,
theme
yeah.
park. It was wild, man. They had Chris Gethard on there. You know who Chris Gethard is, right?
No, I
Did you
don't
watch it
think.
at all? Did you watch it
Yeah,
or no?
yeah. I
Chris
watched it.
Gethard's the dude with the glasses they kept interviewing. He was like one of the
Oh,
main
the
guys.
comedian or
Yeah, the
whatever he
comedian.
was.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
He's actually. It's funny how I discovered Chris Gethard, because he actually went the Tom Green route, where he had just a public access show for years on like New York public access or something like that. And so it was just him and his friends doing this weird, crazy show that he had a couple of audience people, and it was just like it was just a show where they just talked about like it was just like weird people who
Like
like share.
Beetlejuice?
No, just like you get those like oddball people, but they were all. It was cool because he brought it to where everyone was like accepted, accepting of each other, and they just talk about. They'll have like a subject, and they'll just like talk about it because he suffers himself through like depression and all that stuff, and but it was just a weird show, and his wife actually plays in like a rock band. Like that's how he met his like wife was through that rock band that he played on the show.
Uh
And it was
huh.
like, and then he would bring in like local like rock bands, like it was either like punk or, all kinds of like crazy like local punk bands and stuff, and it was cool. Like discovered it on TV one day because it was what channel? I think it was Axis or something. It was like just because they originally were public, and then the Axis bought them, and so they ended up on cable. But it was like live. It was a live show, and I remember I was like, oh, this. I was like, okay. I was like, this is a crazy show. It was pretty funny. It was weird. But he did that, and then of course he would cameo in movies and stuff. He was in like the
Because
other guys and stuff.
I can't tell you what I've seen him in, but I do know that
You
I
remember
recognize
it? Yeah,
him.
he's always played. Oh, I think I know where most people and you probably might recognize him or remember him from. Remember, he was one of Dwight's friends in The Office. Remember, he was like I think at one point he was like hired to like kill somebody or something. At one
Uh,
point, remember?
maybe.
Remember?
I want to say,
Or
yeah.
like go after someone. They're like you can't kill him or something. And then like that one time when they were looking for. When Dwight was looking for interviewing people to take over Jim's spot, like he was one of them. And he
Uh,
was just like a weirdo and stuff.
yeah.
But he was in other guys. He was like the bank guy. Remember at the end when they were trying to make him push the button and stuff? He was that. But
Okay, I know what you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about.
So he
Yeah.
plays like these little roles. But no, he's actually really funny, and he was like heavily prominent on that
Oh,
documentary.
that was the one. I think
But
that
he was
he was the
great.
one that you would see the most,
But he was
more than
funny,
the
man.
dude's son, dude.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? The
yeah,
owner's son. It was like,
yeah.
yeah,
He was
he was
funny
on
though.
there more than anybody else on that thing.
Yeah. No, I love the thing he said. Well, I'm not gonna spoil it too much for people who don't know what this thing is. Action Park. It's this like New Jersey like park that was opened by this like shady like ex like stock market CAO guy who decided he wanted like a crazy awesome park that was like no rules, and he opened it, and it was like from the 80s, so it lasted from like I think like the late 70s to like all the way to like 96 or something where it finally closed. But he would like get a bunch of teenagers to pretty much run the park, and
Yeah,
then he would come up with these crazy rides that like hurt people all the
it's a
time
wet
because
hot
they were like
summer
shitty.
camel.
But
What was that?
yeah, yeah.
That's probably what it
So
was. That was the inspiration for the.
yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. No, but like, but I like what Chris Gather said at the end when he was like, toward the end, he was like, because I think it showed the one news. I think she was like a reporter, and she was like, yeah, this was like like she was like saying this was like before Fire Festival, so she was comparing it kind of to Fire Festival. And then like Chris Gethard, like it cuts to Chris Gethard. He's like, he's like, fuck Fire Festival. They offered you a cheese sandwich. He goes, they offered you everything they said it was a fucking crazy ass park with like no rules or something like that. I was like, that's fucking badass. Like hell yeah, that's true. Like I just like that documentary and the little cartoons that they show. Um,
A little animated thing that would like
yeah,
describe the riots because the stuff ain't no longer up there anymore. So they didn't like
yeah, no, like it
they
got
either
bought
show
up.
you old footage or they would actually like draw it out for you. So the deal with some of that shit was just like you can't make this shit up, dude.
So like in the one thing I thought was crazy when they're
The
testing
fuck-
out that tube, the loop.
yeah,
With the people breaking the teeth and then like other people getting
yeah.
scratched by the teeth caught in the thing.
And, like you had to be a certain weight and height in order to get on it
Yeah.
because otherwise either you're gonna get fucked up or you're gonna get stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's wild,
I
dude.
know,
Or
that's
even then
crazy.
the story about that spear thing. That
Oh, the
jumped
dude rolled
right-
on 95 or
yeah,
not
yeah.
95, but
Well,
it's a highway.
their highway, yeah,
Yeah.
dude. I was like,
It-
what the fuck?
Yeah,
The ride sounded badass, but
I
if it
know
was
that
safe-
Alpine Trail one's the scariest thing to me. With the remember they said like you had to brake and it was all cement or something like that. And
It wasn't actual.
you
like,
could flip off if you were going like too fast or if you didn't know
if
how
you
to
didn't if you
turn.
didn't brake enough during this turn, you would
Yeah, or
you would jump
distribute
like
your weight.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know. It was a cool little docu series. I liked it. I liked that. And then I saw Bill and Ted 3.
Did you?
Yeah,
What'd you think?
because Voodoo had a sale where it was like buy all three of the movies for like
That's right. I
thirty
think you were
bucks.
talking about that not so long ago.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like, why would I want to rent it for 30 when I could just buy all three for 30? I was like, that's a pretty good deal.
yeah.
So I did. It was actually not bad. It was actually Bill and Ted. Like I don't know how else to explain it. It's like Bill and Ted. Uh, it was funny. One of the main. I'm not gonna give away too much. There's an antagonist who's like after him throughout the movie. Um, it was hilarious. It was funny, and then I found out that it was played by NoHo Hank from Barry.
Uh huh. Oh yeah.
It was played by him, but you couldn't recognize him. You have to watch it to know what I'm talking about. But I was like, oh, that's why he was so funny. But it was yeah, it was okay. I think what the issue is to me is I think if you're like a huge Bill and Ted fan or you remember the movies like prominently, I think you would get more out of it than I got out of it because I think the detriment to me was like I haven't seen both Bill and Ted's in like a long time, and when I did see them, I liked them, but I wasn't like hardcore into them, so I couldn't remember a lot of things. Like they brought back old characters that I was like, oh shit, they actually brought like
Yeah, I saw
original
like death and
people.
stuff like
Well,
that.
not just Death, like with main one, but they brought some like other prominent people from the originals in there, and
Yeah,
I think
George
it would.
Carlton.
No, Carlin. No,
Yeah.
no. Oh, they did. He has a nice little like homage kind of thing to him,
Uh
kind of
huh.
like that they did with Stanley and in the Jay and Silent Bob reboot kind of thing. So they have like a nice little thing for him. But I wish if I would have what I should have done is I think I should have, but I just didn't have the time. I didn't want to like go through them because at the time I was excited to see Bill and Ted 3 because I heard good things, and so I wanted to watch it right off the bat. But I think if I would have watched 1 and 2 and then watched it, I think I would have appreciated it more. Kind of like I really appreciate that I got to watch. When I bought The Shining and Doctor Sleep together, I watched The Shining again
Yeah, yeah.
and then watched Doctor Sleep because all the stuff that from Doctor Sleep I
All the
appreciated
small
more.
stuff, dude. Like
Yeah,
even the things I didn't even
it,
like. Even that you told me some stuff. Some certain things I did remember because I've seen The Shining a couple times. You know.
yeah, yeah. So I appreciated that movie more because I saw The Shining again. So I think I would appreciate Bill and Ted more. But no, but I liked it. I think it was fun. It was like it had some funny moments. It wasn't like slapstick. Like I was laughing like all the time or like crazy. It was just, like enough. It was very positive. It was cool seeing Keanu Reeves. Would be like that crazy. Everyone makes fun of his like, whoa like kind of character. Um, so I know I liked it. I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was one that I would like. Probably. I'm glad what they did was not only put it in theaters but also put it on uh, for
VOD.
to rent and stuff. Yeah. So I say if you guys have it, I mean, if you guys have the ability to rent it, go rent it. It's actually a really fun film. I wouldn't say it's for everybody, but it's definitely for hardcore Bill and Ted fans. And it does like not just serve nostalgia purposes, but if you're like kind of like a young person too, I think their kids kind of open up that bridge to allow not just like old people to enjoy this movie. It allows everybody to enjoy the movie, and the message of it too is kind of like a very positive message. So I liked it. I say watch it if you guys get a chance. So
Right on.
yeah,
I'll probably
man.
end up watching it. I probably won't. I'll wait till it comes down though. If I ain't paying no
Yeah,
dollars or anything like
I
that.
know, man. The theater rental things is ridiculous. Like they
Yeah.
know we're all in quarantine. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't have like a group of people who can just sit around. I mean, number one, everyone's supposed to be quarantined. Number two, I don't have like kids or anything, so like I can't like the $30 rentals. I don't know if I can $30 to $20 rentals. I don't know if I justify it just for me.
I mean, 20. It's pushing it for me.
It is pushing it,
You know,
right?
20 is pushing it for me. Not 30. I'm like, nah, that's just absurd, my brother.
Because when I'm going from like having a Regal pass to paying, I mean, I know it costs more in different states, but here I think 14, 15 bucks is usually for like late night tickets. I mean, that's right there in itself is a little pricey,
Yeah,
but I'm
I
willing to
understand.
pay
Like,
it.
chances are, sometimes you end up spending more than $30 because of the drinks or popcorn or something like that.
Hmm.
But you know me, dude. I don't always get all that
No,
stuff.
we used to just roll in and just watch a
Yeah,
movie.
yeah, yeah.
If let me ask you a question. If like Wonder Woman or
That's
the Black
actually,
Widow movie said that, hey, we're gonna just go ahead and drop it on VOD, would you spend $30?
I don't know, dude. That's
I
a
think I
big
might
debate,
spend thirty
dude.
bucks for. I might for them,
I got a
honestly.
bigger chance for Black Widow than Wonder Woman, just because
Really?
I haven't even finished watching the first one.
Oh, I like Wonder Woman a lot, man.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
like it. I think the last act was a little cliche, and it's not my
yeah.
favorite part. I like the. I mean, I don't know. I know some people didn't like some of the main. If you haven't seen it, I'm not gonna spoil it. But the antagonist, I like the stuff that he did. But was it necessary? Nah, I don't think the way they did it, they could have done it a different way. But
Uh
whatever. It
huh.
was a kind of like a CGI hosh posh kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah,
So not,
yeah.
not not my favorite.
Like I would
Um,
do Black Widow just because. Well, one thing too is just I think there's more because it's Marvel, so you're more intertwined. In, for me, at least at this point, is I'm more into Marvel than I am into DC. Movies.
oh,
It's
movie
just
wise,
yeah, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah.
just more into it. It's just curiosity more
Well,
than
because you
anything.
invested
But
so much.
yeah, exactly, exactly, exactly. So that's why I'm saying that Black Widow has a. I have a better chance watching Black Widow than I do Wonder Woman.
I can see
But
that.
even then, it's not that great of a chance either, dude.
Yeah, yeah. I can see that. But I
Because
would.
I also know that the movie isn't going anywhere. You know what I mean? Like it's not gonna
Mhm.
change your outcome of what the MCU is, sort of deal. Because
Yeah.
y'all know she did.
Yeah. I know. But it's just cool to see that story and other things and how they might set it for the future.
Yeah,
I'm very curious about it.
curiosity. Yeah, yeah, curiosity at this point
Curious
more
about
than
it.
anything.
Also, I think speaking about it's gonna be there. I think there. I have to look it up because I think I just saw it today. I'm not too sure, but one of the things we're gonna talk about, I think I saw maybe it got pushed,
Oh, the
date
Wonder
wise.
Woman thing.
No, no, no. Oh, not
I
no.
saw. I
It
was
was not
reading
just
like,
Wonder Woman. I think it was something else. I
yeah,
don't want to. I don't want to. I think we'll get into it because I'll look it up when we finally
yeah.
talk
Because a
about it.
couple minutes ago, I was reading that Wonder Woman got pushed back till December.
But it was gonna come out like November though, right?
I don't know. I don't remember.
No,
I
I
don't.
thought it got pushed back to like next year, and then so now they said they're bringing it
It's the.
to this year now again.
Well, I thought it was coming out this year.
I don't know. I thought they
Yeah,
pushed it
so,
to
well, that's
next
why
year.
they even released the other trailer for it.
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
I
because
don't
it
know.
was supposed to be a July release or something. I don't remember
Oh, okay.
or something, and then it got pushed back. And now I just read a couple minutes ago, like right before all they said, it got pushed back till December.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Okay. Like so. What I want, real quick, have you been watching anything, recently too? Before
no,
we go
I
on.
haven't really dug into anything. I've been waiting for two things: the
Oh, hold on, real
Lovecraft.
quick. Have you jumped on the Boy season 2 yet?
No, not at all.
Oh, okay,
Uh,
okay. Well,
yeah, I haven't
I
done
say
any of that.
they started off with a bang.
Yeah, I haven't gotten into that
It's
because I think it's only 3 episodes, right? Or have they
they
released the
dropped
rest of it?
3 and then another one just came out today, and
Uh huh.
I watched it today.
Yeah,
Uh, it was a big reveal that I was
yeah.
like, oh shit. Um, and one of the superheroes might be
Gay.
no, well, that's a long story. But yeah, I mean, but it was set up through one. You can kind of see
Uh huh.
which one of this of
The
it was.
deepest gay.
But that's not no, not the deep.
Yeah.
No, not the deep. Not the
His name
deep.
is an
He
explanation
actually
of
had
how he
a.
likes it.
He was like, it was funny. He only had like a few minutes in this one, but the few minutes when it reveals those few minutes, it's really funny because about the character. But no, I think you'll find out hardcore that one. It's not one that they talked about, but it's gonna tackle kind of some racism. I think.
Uh-huh.
Um,
Like Nor?
no. I'll
He's not black.
no. Well, I don't know if it's a stunt guy or what, but I saw the picture behind the scene. I mean,
Uh huh.
the guy who plays Black Noir is black,
Oh
and
yeah.
I wonder if he's also stuntman. Like if he does all the because he doesn't have to talk. So I wonder if he does
Well,
all
this is not
the
really much acting
yeah.
into.
So I wonder if he
It's
has to
all
do all
but
the
like yeah. Cause, I mean, I'm not trying to downplay him or anything like that because I think in season one he was fucking dope as shit, dude.
yeah. So
You
if
know
he
what?
is
Like,
also just like they're like, hey, you're an awesome stuntman. Uh, go ahead and get in here and play this character. I would think that's cool. So I'm hoping. I don't know, but if he is also doing all the action stunts, that's pretty badass. But no, it has to tackle with racism, and it's a big. That's not the big surprise. I'm not gonna ruin it for anybody, but there's a big reveal. I was like, oh shit, that's crazy. So I'm curious to what where they're gonna go with that. Um,
Yeah.
but no, I want to talk real quick first about finally they gave us a date about these the Xbox, the new next gen
Yeah.
Xbox coming out. Well, one was a very big surprise because at first I didn't know it was a new gen Xbox. I thought it was like the latest one before the new gen that they just decided to make it smaller and stuff and have no disc. But apparently this is the next gen console. So they talked about the Xbox Series S.
Oh,
And
is
of
that what
course,
that is?
that's what it is.
It looks like it's got a speaker on the side.
Yeah, which is a huge ass fan.
Yeah.
And Xbox Series, of course, X, which is the main one. So I think it's interesting. So the S is only going to be $300.
Huh.
No disc. I find that very fascinating. And it's going to launch, I believe, on the 10th of November. But pre-orders are already going to be available on the 22nd of this month, which is wow. I was like, oh shit, they're getting pre-orders this soon. I wasn't expecting the pre-orders to be this soon. I was like, I'm ready for it, like, but this soon, I don't know. I mean,
Huh.
got a big transition going on here, so I don't know. I really want to, but anyways, what do you think about the price?
Well, the $300 that ain't bad at all, cuz.
No,
That's
no.
actually that's
But
that's
you
a
get no
nice.
discs, no discs, man. I'm not
Well,
saying like
I don't think that's a bad necessary, especially for me. Like lately, for me, I've been doing all digital. You know,
Mm-hmm,
like I haven't bought any. I haven't had an actual disc in a long time.
mm-hmm.
So for me, that's not really a bad thing. But then like every now and again, I put it on the Blu-ray. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? So that might be
exactly.
a bad thing. So I don't think it's a bad thing either.
Okay, let's say
Well,
like
here's the thing. What's
okay.
the memory like? 'Cause that's another thing. When I got mine, that I've realized that it seemed like it was a lot, but turns out for this new generation thing, and it really wasn't a lot of memory.
Yeah, the way that the games are going right now, um, I don't think it's a lot. I mean, I think you're gonna definitely need like another external hard drive. You know,
Yeah,
even like my current one. I mean, I had to get another one because it's just the games are so big now, and I had like a good amount that I had to. I had to get like another external. So I mean,
so you got two now,
yeah,
two externals.
yeah,
God,
dude, I know. It's crazy. But like the console, my console itself only could hold. I mean, it had it didn't really even hold like a lot of games. I mean, again,
no,
the games that I had were pretty big too. So,
yeah. I
um,
mean, unfortunately, my Red Dead Redemption 2 took up a lot of the space
yeah,
when that
that's
first
what.
came out, so
Yeah,
I had to delete a bunch just to
yeah,
get that one in there.
exactly. So it says that the series is, of course, like you said, all digital. It has, of course, faster load times, higher frame rate. So pretty much everything the X offers, but minus the uh, having the disk drive. Um, and it says here, let's see,
So what's the different price for the X?
the it's gonna be 500, 499.
See, that's not bad either, because our like the Xbox, like when we first got our Xbox, it was around that price range.
Yeah. I don't think there. I think they can't
I was
go.
concerned that it was gonna go like 700 or 800 or some shit
I
like
don't
that.
know. Some people were like saying that might be the PlayStation might be the one to like maybe go more expensive. And I
Yeah.
think, but if they're smart, I think they know not to go beyond that because I think
Well, you're
500
pushing
is
it,
the right. Yeah,
You're
exactly,
pushing it, dude.
exactly.
Because remember, like how you and I did it, we necessarily didn't pay cash for it. You know what I mean? Like we ended up like charging it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Even but we did get it within a month of it coming out. I remember you and I did get it within a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Dang, I thought this one had all the specs. I swear I had the one that had the specs of the Xbox S. Hold on.
yeah,
Let's see.
but I think it's really cool though that they are coming out with two different versions of it.
Right,
Like
I like
especially
this the
this thing.
affordable one, like one that's more
Yes,
affordable for
yeah,
people.
yeah, yeah. Because like I ended up like, fortunately for me, dude, I ended up using it more of a Netflix and HBO player than anything else. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like I don't really. It's really hard for me to sit down and play a game now for some reason. Like I'm having trouble with it. You know. And then like I said earlier too, like I've been going more digital than I have been buying hard copies lately.
Yeah, yeah, same here. Just because, especially how pre-orders work, it's just like
It's so much easier.
I might as well
And then
download it like 4 days before it comes out, and then it's ready to go. Then get the game on launch day, and then wait like 2 hours and stuff for
should
to
download or something like
download. But
that. Yeah.
I mean, but with
But
these
then the
faster
coolest
load
thing
times, they're
is
not even be like that anymore.
the thing is, dude, it's comfort in your own home. I don't have, back in the day when you and I had the apartment and we live where we live, we had to drive like 45 minutes just to go get our pre-order copy.
Yeah, I
You know
know,
what I mean?
I
Yeah.
know, yeah. And
And
it's
then on
always
top of
like
that, we still had to come back home and
download
download
it.
it. So it's yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
It is the I will say the digital stuff is more convenient, and I'm starting to find more of my like me buying movies digital now, but not really like I think I've like switched to where if it's like a movie that I really want physical, I'll get it. But like ones that maybe I have some old ones that I didn't have in like HD or like stuff like that, I'll like rebuy on there, that I already have, but it's just be digital version. Or movies that I probably like don't need to go out. Like I just bought Tango. It was on sale. Tango and Cash. I went and bought that
oh
again.
yeah.
Digital. So I was
Yeah.
like, stuff like that. I think I'll buy digital.
You can find those like $6, say $10 or something like
Yeah, it
that.
was like $5. I was like, of
Yeah.
course it's digital. Why not? I'm not gonna go away and waste space. So I think I'll do that. And then with games, like I said, I'm getting more digital, but I do want to be able to. You never know, man. Sometimes you get that itch of like, let me go back and play this
Yes.
disc, and that's what
That
I
I do
want.
absolutely. Yeah.
So I want to
Me
have that available.
me and
But
Deadpool, but I was backwards capability on this thing. They ain't got it, man. It's making me angry.
I know, I know. It'll come, man. Don't worry. I'm sure it will.
Well, by then
But
it'll be a second generation of the game.
I know, right?
You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah, probably.
mean?
Okay,
Like, yeah,
so
but GTA keeps coming over, man. Went through 3 generations of game consoles, apparently.
so um, so it can support 4K, but it's only at 30 hertz. So
Uh-huh.
it's not like 4K
Ultra
per
HD and
se,
all that
but
crap.
it just
Yeah.
can support like the thing. But I'm gonna say this honestly, most really aren't. Like if you really look at
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
like you really don't. As long as it can keep up with like the 4K, like you're good. Like you don't really. A
That's
lot.
if you also
A
have a
lot of
40.
it, a lot of the stuff now
Yeah.
is supports it anyway. So I mean, that's actually pretty good. To be able to like support the 4K 4K. Um, let's see.
Cause on my TV, the one I have here in my room is in 4K.
Right.
The one in the living room is, but not the one here. But I never even watch TV out there.
Yeah. So there is another option where you can get 2 terabytes. That's one option. Because you either gonna get I think it starts off at 1 terabyte, but you have for the S you get an option of getting 2 terabytes if you want. I
Mm-hmm.
think. So
Oh,
that's not bad. So if you have that, that's actually still pretty good. But then that might jump up the price point
yeah,
if you
yeah.
do for the 2 terabyte. So then it kind of I don't know if it defeats the purpose. So because if it's gonna add $100 more, I think you might as well just get the regular one. But I don't know how much the price is for that. But actually, honestly, that my 1 terabyte like on my hard drive, my external one that I bought lasted a long ass time. I mean, I have a good amount of games on that 1 terabyte. So
Yeah.
the 1 terabyte, I think if you wanna, I think it's just a good price overall. Because they even say that the specs kind of mirror Xbox One.
Yeah, because
Um,
the quick glimpse of it, it looks like the white version of it, with a speaker on top or something.
yeah,
It doesn't really. There's not much of a display difference. At least it's got the similarities to the Xbox One. Except it's white.
yeah. I mean, it's mainly what it's saying is it's the extra power is there to handle like the strain of like the HDR games,
Yeah.
pretty much. And I mean I mean for people who are interested, I mean it does say it has 8 gigabytes of DDR3 RAM. Um, and it's just like it's pretty has it has everything. It has the GPU is good at 1.23 teraflops. I mean I mean, like everything is it's pretty much the same. I mean, when I'm reading this, I'm trying to see if there's anything less that the Xbox Series X brings. I mean, it's a little like it's pretty much up to snuff with that. It's just like you said, a smaller hard drive. Um, it can support 4K, but it isn't 4K, but it can support up to it. So I mean, I say for the price range, that's pretty good. And like I said, most people especially the young people or whoever don't want to keep buying games, they're gonna get it because of the I could just get digital. I don't need the disc. I don't need the disc. You know,
Yeah,
I don't need that. So I think that's why most people were probably keen to
lean
that.
towards more of that. Yeah,
Yeah. Me, I'm just gonna get the big ass fucking
yeah.
rectangle thing. Yeah, I think that. I mean, that's my go because. I like I said,
I
we
don't
have
think.
old games and stuff that I want to be able to, and Blu-rays that I want to be able to pop in.
Yeah.
Um,
See, that's where I was saying sometimes I like to pop in a movie here and there.
because
I
honestly,
don't
I'm
know.
gonna say this, even though they have um, like 4K kind of like digital stuff you can buy now, which I don't because I don't have a 4K
Yeah,
TV.
my TV isn't.
So as far as I go is like HDX or whatever. Um, honestly, something about the Blu-ray still is crisper. It's like better.
Yeah,
Even if you get like even if you get a copy or a digital copy that's like kind of Blu-ray quality, something about the Blu-ray is still like better. I think just because it's not, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
I've always I like the Blu-ray, dude. I've always liked the Blu-ray. You know, like once you saw the difference, it was like it's really dope. Couldn't go back to DVD after that. Tripping, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
no,
remember even like the opening scene for Prometheus. I remember seeing like the animated scene on there. I'm like, dude, that's fucking crisp as hell.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to me, that was dope, man.
It's I mean, Blu-rays are. I just like Blu-rays, man. Blu-rays are so good. Uh, so yeah. Anyways, so I think it's good, and also I just found this out that EA is going to also be available for Xbox Pass Ultimate people, so you're going to have access pretty soon to EA Play. So any EA titles like that EA exclusive thing that people have, it's going to be part of the um,
Probably mostly Madden.
Ultimate Pass and stuff. Oh, well, just like any EA titles, which is
Yeah,
pretty good. I think that's cool. I think what did I have? There was something on there. When I had Anthem, I had like a free access to. Unfortunately, Anthem wasn't what everyone thought it was. That was the one game that I was like, I took a chance on. Like I'm normally cautious, and I'm like, I'm not gonna really buy a game. I don't know too much, but that was one where I actually took a chance on because I was like, okay, this is like everything they promise. I'm like, okay, here we go, and I took a chance, and it was like one I wish I was like, fuck. The one game I had to take a chance on, it sucked. Anthem, because it was just they didn't add everything they promised. They didn't do. It had potential, but it's just it just was like a skeleton of a game kind of thing. Um,
yeah. People
but
tell me that it wasn't grabbing them at all.
no, it sucks, man. But like the concept, like the flights and everything was cool. Like that was cool. It's just it should have. I wish it was in another game that did better. But but anyways, I got early access to Anthem through that EA like free like 30-day thing I had. So if that's going to be attached to this Ultimate Game Pass thing, that's awesome because then people can get early access to like EA titles like when it comes to like Star Wars like future titles and
That's the
stuff
one
like
I
that.
was thinking of.
Yeah,
That's the one I remember. I think it was the last EA game that I played.
yeah,
I
yeah,
know the Battlefield games are too. I
yeah.
think. Yeah.
Oh
Right.
man! So when the new Rogue Squadron game comes out, let's go, let's go. Yeah, but anyways, are you planning to get the new gen?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay.
I
Are
just
you
don't know
gonna?
which one. I don't know. I'm debating it right now.
I don't know. I like to be safe than sorry, man. I'm just gonna
See,
get the five.
and that's where I'm actually leaning towards that. To tell you the truth,
Yeah.
just like you
Because
said,
I
it's just
think
the
like the
safer.
way you, but not just that, but the way like you said you and me are, especially when it comes to like our physical copies of things. I think as
Yeah.
opposed to is because then
Like I say, I buy. sticking to the digital route now. But dude, truth be told, at the end of the day, I also like my collection and the collection I've had before. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, it'd be nice to be able to play those too.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. And like also you got to think because if this is like if uh the Xbox Series X is 4K, let's say down the line you go ahead and you start buying like 4K stuff. You want, I mean, you're gonna want to pop that. You're gonna pop that 4K disc because not everything is formatted as 4K. Like it has to specifically say like movies too. It has to
Yeah.
say 4K. It has to have the 4K version. So not everything's gonna be digitized 4K. I know some of the stuff they're doing on Voodoo you can buy in 4K stuff, but not everything. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like if you buy the physical copy of like the 4K, that'll work because it's like you're gonna have the power of 4K, but not everything is made for it yet. So
Yeah.
you will have to go and buy specific things to
It was like that
watch.
back in the day. It was the widescreen stuff, not all TVs.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
exactly. They had a lot of
Yeah.
wide stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, man. So no, I'm excited. The pre-orders are really soon. I didn't think they were gonna be this soon. The 22nd. I don't know, man. What do you think? Do you think we have to pre-order to be
I don't
able to
know,
get
dude.
this?
It's a hard one. I don't think so. At least I don't want to. I don't believe so. It's like you never know. You don't want to be wrong either. You know what I mean?
I hope.
Like
Do you
in a
think the
sense, like
pre-orders are gonna be like full price, or do you think it'd be half to pre-order it?
I would say a piece. Like put some money down and then
Pay the rest when.
pay the rest when you
I
actually
hope so, man. Because
beforehand.
I don't know if I'm. I mean, like I said, I got some changes going on here that I don't know if I want to
Yeah,
drop just 500 for a pre-order right off the bat.
yeah, yeah.
Because I
You know,
knew it was
I got.
coming out in November, but I was like expecting to be ready in October for
Truth be told, I
pre-orders.
had plans. I had plans to get it in December. At
Yeah,
least I still do. Right now, I still have plans on December because I got other things going on.
yeah, exactly.
And it's
Yeah,
just like I don't know. It's got me debating whether I should pre-order it or
I
not.
think pre-orders the safe bet. I think I still might like look into more what the pre-orders are going to be because I
Yeah.
rather just at least have
Because
it
another
locked
thing,
in
like
just in case.
you want to say like you don't want to. Like, I don't think it'll run out. Like, you think they'll make? You'll think they won't make enough coffee, so
They
save up.
usually don't do that. They usually
Dude,
have like a
every
certain
year
amount.
they've had them. You know what I mean? Every year they've been filled out because they're not stupid either. They want to keep on selling for the holiday season. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like I
yeah.
don't think I want to. I want to believe. I want to believe.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know because I never bought a new gen. Right, the only new gen I ever bought on launch was the first Xbox. That was the only one I ever bought
Yeah,
on launch,
like the
and
day up, right? Yeah,
I waited in line for that.
yeah.
Um, Everything else I bought later on, so I can't really tell you
Hmm.
that they have enough because I think I remember it was like okay you had I know Nintendo's really bad. I wouldn't say they're bad at it. They're probably actually good. They do it on purpose. But I know when Nintendo comes out with something, it's like you either pre-order or it's gone for till next year.
Yeah,
I can't tell you about the Xbox ones. I honestly don't know
yeah.
because I think they were like either got to wait in line or you better pre-order. And this year with stores not really opening, I think if you don't pre-order, you're kind of shit out of luck because I don't know if any stores are gonna have a
Yeah,
Black Friday
see,
this year. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, yeah. That's another thing I kind of you have to take into consideration. Like I don't
Yeah,
want to believe that they'll run out, but you don't know, dude.
yeah, I know.
Like I don't
So
know. I've like in the past years, I've never heard of Microsoft or Sony running out of consoles. Like they've had plenty. They've been selling them out as they come along.
I don't think we hear about it because a lot of I think maybe people because they already like pre-order them, they get them like wait in line, wait like get them on launch day, and then and then you and me or you like I say we usually don't
We
get
don't
them right
dive in
off
over
the
here. Yeah,
bat.
we
So
we
we
get them like
usually
a month later or something.
month or like next year,
Yeah,
which is like not too
yeah,
long because it's holiday season. But I think I don't know. I think this one I don't want to miss out because I don't know. Like I said, I think this is going to be the next one I'm actually going to get on.
Well, at this point, too, for me, it's another thing I even thought about. The main reason I even wanted it is just if Halo Infinite. You
That
know?
was man, yeah,
Yeah. So that one got pushed back. So truth be told, I'm not in a big rush to get it either.
yeah,
So
yeah,
that's another thing I got to take into consideration.
yeah. I
That I
don't.
don't have to pressure myself. I don't think I do at least
I know.
to get it.
Yeah, I think. I mean, my new my game I'm looking forward to now that what was Halo is Cyberpunk. I don't think I want to get it for old. I want to get it for the new gen, just the way they've been showing off like what it's capable of. But like I said, I think I don't want to take the risk of like me not being able to get it till like, you know, March or something next year.
Yeah.
So at least I'll pre-order it, and maybe we'll like I said, we'll see. I mean, I still have a little over a
I
week
don't
to
know. Now that
see.
I remember, I think you and I ended up getting the Xbox One around Christmas time, before Christmas. I think it was November. To tell you the
Yeah, it's
truth.
usually like November we
Yeah,
get
I
it.
think it was because I do remember even like I remember buying Master Chief Collection and not being able to play it because it got hacked
Oh
like
yeah,
Christmas Day or
I do
something like
remember
that.
that
Yeah,
shit. That was
yeah,
crazy. Oh,
yeah,
and speaking of that, man, the good thing about this too, man, all of the games that you get, like for example, Marvel Avengers, we're gonna get the upgraded version for the new gen,
yeah,
so you don't have to worry about, you know, buying another copy. We can get the new gen Marvel's Avengers as an example, and have that updated graphics and processing speed and fast load times, and it's like yes.
yeah,
So I like that about that. That's the one that, like I said, Xbox is focused on that streaming all access. Here you get all these games for free. They're focused on their like share of play. They're all about their, you know, hey, we know people are tight, you know, when it comes to like money and stuff. Like once you buy this one game, you can play it on the new gen version of it. You're not playing like the Xbox version on a new gen. It's like you're gonna get the new gen version of that on here as long as you pay the one time. And they're all about you know, all about cross play. So they're really about like just pretty much that stuff is what their main focus on, and that's what I like about it. So, and then you know any game you get, you can play on your PC pretty much too. Usually that's how it is. So
yeah. That's what
yeah,
I.
yeah. So yeah, man. So like I said, I am excited, but we'll see how it goes with the pre-orders. Uh, and another thing I want to talk about, because real quick, since we're going to start talking about some TV stuff. I got to get your opinion because you weren't the. Of course, the day you weren't on, I really could have. I really wanted to hear your thoughts on this real quick. We won't press too much long in it, but did the new Resident Evil series that they're doing, yay or nay?
Nay.
Did you hear
I,
my last
I,
podcast? Did you hear what the story, the synopsis was?
no, but like how do I explain this to you, dude? I
So
don't think.
Wesker has kids.
See, yeah, it's just.
Two timelines. The one timeline is
See, it is shit like that, dude. It is shit like that I don't fuck with.
post-apocalyptic is the other.
It's just like, come on, man. Why make a Resident Evil thing and not make it Resident Evil?
That's what I'm saying. Why
It's
give
just like,
Whisker kids too, dude? Why
dude.
not make it just another group? Another. If you're gonna go that route, why does it have to be?
Like, truth be told, like I would like Resident Evil series to be about Resident Evil. You know what I
They
mean?
always
Like,
gotta go post-apocalyptic with everything too.
it's just like, come on, man. Why do you like? It's like they're following the movies more than anything. I'm like,
That's what I
movies
do.
are fucking retarded,
I
dude. All
know
right, the movies
because
suck.
that seems more like to those, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I, I don't know. I guess so,
Yeah.
dude. You know, like I will admit, I've seen. I wouldn't say I've seen them all, because truth be told, I've seen them, but I haven't even seen them in order. I've seen
I don't
one.
even
You
think
know,
I've
I
seen
don't
the
even know where
last
I'm at.
two.
Sort of deal. Like,
I don't even know
you
if
know,
I've seen the
I
last
don't
two.
know if I have. I don't know
Yeah.
what was the last one. You know,
I
it's
got
just
one of them
watch.
for free. I think I got the last movie for free. They just gave it
Yeah,
to me.
I
Oh,
actually
it was when I
own.
ordered three. When I bought three Resident Evil 3, the
Uh huh.
remake. I think they threw in the last Resident Evil movie, so I have that on
Yeah.
my Vudu. I haven't even watched it.
Yeah.
It's just there. Yeah, I
Cause
don't know if I want to watch it.
the whole movie thing got me disappointed, even with the first one, dude. I
The first one
remember
was closer though.
it was closer, but it still wasn't amazing. You
No,
know,
it wasn't.
it's not what I will admit that at the time I accepted it for what it was. So I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
at least we got a movie,
yeah.
you know. But it doesn't age well. It didn't age well
Oh,
with me.
I haven't
I'll tell
seen it
you
in a long
that.
time.
You
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
So, but I do remember the disappointment in it because I was a kid. I was still in middle school when it first came out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember at the time I didn't work, so I would just, you know, like like get some change here and there, just add it up, Coinstar, boom, let's go get this movie, you know. And I bought it, and I'm like, damn, this is disappointing as hell,
Yeah.
And it's just like I watched it more than once. I did this, I did that, just because it's the closest thing we've
Mm,
got to, at least be happy the fact that we even got it. But then, dude, they got worse. They got worse.
I know.
Apocalypse came out, and I don't know what the Las Vegas one was, and then I don't know, dude. It just kept getting worse.
Yeah. So, people, if you want to hear my disdain about how I feel, Mo. Like, I'm glad I had Mo as a counterpart in that one because he was more of like the positive. Like, let's see how it goes. Even though he was cautious about it, he still was a more positive. I was kind of like a little bit upset as I was like talking about it because me and Chico like really love like Resident Evil
Yeah,
series. Chico's more accepting of the route it's going now. I'm a little more kind of hardcore old school, so I'm not a big fan of like where I think they're going with the 7 and 8. But I mean, we'll see. But at least we have one more hope. And if this Netflix series isn't it, they are redoing the movies, and it's supposed to be more tied to. I mean, we talked about this a while ago. It's supposed to be more tied to like the game. So we'll see how when there's more reports and stories about that. Um, we'll see how that is. So I hope so. I mean, that'll be our one looking forward to.
yeah,
But speaking of, like I said, we're gonna get into TV. So when we were talking about that, Kate McKinnon doing that, playing Carol Baskins, and that one, it's gonna be a Joe Exotic. Apparently, I guess this is the other one that we heard about. We talked about a while ago with Nicolas Cage being cast as Joe Exotic.
yeah.
This is, I guess, is a different one because I think the Kate McKinnon one we said was Netflix, I believe. So this one is going to be Amazon. Joe Exotic starring Nicolas Cage, and it's found its home in Amazon. Now, the article I sent you, when I see this picture of what Nicolas Cage, like, I guess is a recent what he looks like now, I can actually see him now because he gained a little weight. I can see
Yeah,
him
yeah.
actually looking like Joe Exotic now, like with
I
the
see
cowboy
it.
hat. I see
I see
it.
it. I
I
see it,
really
dude.
do
I
see
see
it.
it.
It's
I see it.
crazy.
Yeah, because I know what you're talking about. It's the cheeks. The kind of,
Yeah, it's everything.
yeah,
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 like all
yeah,
he
yeah.
has to do is like shave this
The,
part off and get that
the,
like
the
fucking
handlebars or
half
whatever.
handlebars. He just needs the mullet and
I
like
could see it,
I
dude. I
can
could
see
see
it.
it.
It's
Yeah,
it's a little wild.
you know,
Um,
get
but
a
yeah,
spray tan going.
yes, you got to get the. And we already know he has that Con Air accent, so you know
Yeah,
that's.
yeah, yeah. There you go. There you go, dude. Oh God, that's all you need. That's all you need. You see it, dude. That's all you need. Watch Con Air. You can see
I
Joe
know,
right
kind of
there.
exactly right. Yeah.
Watch Joe Exotic as a badass.
um, but oh man, I used to quote that movie. Now I can't. Right now, I'm
I
on
can't
the
even
spot. I'm
remember
trying to
one either.
quote it, and I
Yeah,
can't.
I
Right
can't
now,
even.
it's annoying me. Like I'm on the spot and I can't quote
Yeah, I just
any
remember
Con
fucking.
Air.
Um, oh, dude, Cyrus the Virus. That's all I remember, man. That was the first time I got introduced to um John Malkovich as a villain. I thought he was fucking dope.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Wasn't one where he's beating up on Danny Trejo and he's like, "You don't rape women" or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
I just remember when the one who was when he was like moving up to go after, I think Virus, all the guys were stepping in front of him. He's just beating their asses as he's walking up the plane. But then it got to like the prison slut or whatever, however you want to call that
Yeah.
person, and then he just slaps them. It's
Ah!
like, yeah.
That shit was hilarious, dude.
I know people like, I don't know. That's one of those movies I just love because it's just like a straight out just action crazy movie. I
Yeah.
just think for him having that accent just suits that movie. Like even though it's outlandish as shit, but you know, what doesn't he not do that's
It's
outlandish? You know what I mean?
ridiculous, dude. The movie itself is ridiculous, but it's fucking dope,
It's
dude.
great, man. I
Yeah.
love that movie.
Don't watch it with high expectations of
No, I don't expect it to
award
be like
winner
a
or anything like
super,
that.
yeah, like
It
you
didn't win
know,
no Emmys, I'll tell you that, or
no,
anything like that.
no,
An
no,
Oscar, no Oscar nominations there.
no.
But the movie itself is it's a good watch.
Yeah, it's a good watch. Like you said, just for John Malkovich being Cyrus the Virus and just that
Mm.
itself is pretty good. So, so apparently it's going to be based on this article. This one's a dark journey into the world of a man gone wild, Joe Exotic. So, it was written by God, sorry if I say his name wrong, Leif Regstad. um, and it centers around the story of Joe Exotic. So rather than being based on the we froze a little bit. There we go. Instead of it being based on, I would say, the Netflix, show
Docu-series.
docu series, it's gonna be based on more of the article that this person wrote on, which probably will go even deeper and maybe be harder on Joe Exotic rather than kind of glorifying him, because that's the one thing I was afraid about these stories, because these people aren't really good. Like Carol Baskins, she's on. Did you know she's on Dancing with the Stars or some shit?
No shit, I didn't know that.
Dude, I don't like. I don't want these people to get
We made this
famous and
bitch
make money.
famous, dude.
I don't want it, dude. She's a terrible person.
Yeah.
She literally, even though she's not accused, like she wasn't. What's the word? What's the word? Convicted,
Charged? Yeah,
convicted or charged of murdering her husband. I mean, this woman clearly did some shenanigans. And even if you don't want to say that, whatever she's doing with these, getting these workers to work for free uh, to do these, like, take care of these
yeah.
tigers and in captivity. Just overall, just these people are not good. I don't like them being glorified, and get money. They don't need to get money. Like, especially her.
Yeah.
She does not need to get money. And Joe Exotic, I mean, he's not going to get money. He's in jail. But I don't like the glorification. That's why I was worried about this Carol
Even
Baskins.
the other people, dude, that Las Vegas, dude, that dude's a piece of shit too.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck
You know
that
what
guy.
I mean?
Fuck
Yeah.
that guy, man. And like, well, the one thing is like, yeah, okay, there's little like, obviously they would be like not hurt, but just him putting like little tigers in suitcases just to get women kind
Yeah.
of pissed me off. And then like you say, he's just a douche. This Carol Baskins one take on it with Kate McKinnon playing as her. I don't even that. I'm like, if you're gonna focus on her too much, I don't want it to be. I'm worried because plays she is a comedian, and she plays funny characters. I don't want her to make it into like a goofy version of Carol Baskins to like give us like a soft blow of how this character is. I don't want that. How do you feel like with this Jack Nicholson? I'm sorry, Nicolas Cage view of Joe Exotic? Like, how do you feel about it? Because like I said, this is based on the article, and when you have articles and stories, when they usually talk about somebody, you usually don't hold any punches. So what do you think about this, like with this Nicolas Cage? Do you think it's going to be like the Kate McKinnon thing where, because he is Nicolas Cage, do you think it's going to kind of be goofy, or do you think it's going to be kind of like crazy, like, more serious?
I don't know, dude. It's kind of hard to tell what route they're gonna go with, what it's gonna end up like. The end picture is gonna be like. I do completely totally agree with you that I don't think these people need more money. Truth be told, I think that docuseries should have been enough. Like I really do. I don't think like they should be making anything else more of it. The only like my opinion about it could be like a how they did two Jobs movie, two Steve Jobs movies, in two completely different styles. You know what I mean? It could be two different things.
It seems like with the series, it looks like the two series are going to be like that, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
But,
yeah. At least it's looking more like it.
But you think these
My-
both
my
are going to be
curiosity-
serious or comedy?
I don't know, dude. That's where I'm like, because it could easily be interpreted as comedy too. It could.
Well, Nicolas Cage can play like a dark, like kind of heartbreak kind of character. Like,
Yeah.
he can play those roles.
Yeah.
Like, 8 millimeter
he's
and stuff,
he's a very versatile actor, dude. I will give he does a lot of ridiculous stuff, but dude, he still has acting skills, man.
Of course.
In my opinion, you got to think he's an Oscar winner, right?
Mm-hmm.
Leaving Las Vegas, if I remember, or some
Mhm.
shit like that. He's still a legit actor. He's got range to him.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, he's more known at this point for more ridiculous crap.
Yeah.
But he's still got the skills.
And I think he can pull that. He can bring that craziness that Joe Exotic was, but it can still be like a serious. Show of like how terrible.
It's going to be like a show, like
is.
behind the curtain sort of deal. Behind the documentary sort of.
Exactly.
Like because like even in the docuseries, like they talked about how Joe would put on a show because the camera was on. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And you could go that route too. Go behind like
and the
that.
paranoia. We can get the
Yeah,
paranoia.
You know,
You know.
you're like the whole. Oh man, like I don't know if you heard, like it was a while back that Hulk Hogan and his wife was getting divorced, but then like supposedly his wife was actually like he was saying that Hulk Hogan was saying that he only wanted her to divorce Hulk Hogan and not the actual real person, his actual, because I believe Hulk Hogan is a
Oh, like it was like a.
entirely different. It was just a gimmick he had to put
Mm.
on. It was a
You know,
gimmick.
I'm not gonna lie. I like that.
You know what I
I
mean?
like that show when it was like about the Hogans. So like at
I never
first,
watched it,
I
dude. Yeah, I
did.
never
It was interesting when it first showed, but then as it got like along, when it got serious, like his son got into the accident, and, like all that. It just got a little too. All right, I don't need this much behind the curtain. Like I like the funny antics of it, kind of like the Osbournes, where it was like you want to see the kooky stuff of it. I don't know if you want to.
get down to
I don't
the.
need to get into too much of their life.
Yeah, yeah. I understand.
Did you hear about Chris Hemsworth is playing as Hulk Hogan in his biopic movie?
I did hear about that, and
Yeah.
in my opinion, I think they got pretty close.
Oh, yeah, he
You know
can
what
pull
I
it
mean? Yeah,
off.
yeah. I
I
think he
just
could do
do you
it.
think he's gonna grow out the whole like handlebar mustache and stuff, or do you think they're gonna
I don't
because I
know.
don't know because I don't know if you can if you make it look like fake if it's a fake. I mean, I know that's Hollywood; they could probably make it look real, but I feel like he could probably end up growing that out.
I think he could pull it off. I think so. If not, like somewhat, and have it be a mixture of both fake and real
But
sort of deal.
about that biopic, I heard it's supposed to be helmed by like I'm using the word helmed, helmed the it's gonna be helmed by Hogan himself too. So I don't know how. I don't think the issue I have with certain biopics, kind of like the way they handled uh, the way they handled God, why can't I get into it right now? Um,
You got to be careful with them because like
Queen, like
sometimes.
when they handled Queen in uh, the movie about Queen.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Um,
Rhapsody was it
yeah,
or something like
Bohemian
that?
Rhapsody. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When they the way I don't know why I went blank there. But when they were like kind of handling that, like the band kind of was like, okay, we want this, and that, and like so it didn't really get like nitty and gritty.
Yeah, and that's kind of where I'm trying to get at. Like, you got to be careful when their actual characters are involved because sometimes they're pretty. They don't want to show their dark side.
Yeah, and
You know
Hogan
what I
in
mean,
his
or the
later
bad
years have
side of their.
shown some
Yeah,
crazy
yeah,
shit that's happened.
absolutely.
But I heard this is only supposed to be up to like where he has like that famous match. I think it's like WrestleMania. I don't know if it was between him and Andre the Giant or another event. I'm sorry, I don't follow like the old school
Yeah,
wrestling, so
yeah.
I can't remember. But
It's up to
I don't
he
think it
became
goes.
Hollywood Hogan.
Yeah, I don't think it goes up to
Yeah,
the present time. So
yeah.
I don't know. It might go behind the scenes of like how everything around him with when it came with like a lot of wrestlers, were like doing like crazy shit.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's gonna follow that. I don't know.
Speaking of it, like I've there's this documentary about Chris Benoit.
I know, man. It's
Dude,
hard. It's
I've been,
hard to watch.
I've
I
been,
don't
I've
know.
been, I've been because I watched certain things, like certain quick interviews like that. I think I'm
It's
gonna watch
crazy
it.
because I mean, I did at one point like watch with my father. We did watch
At certain point, at certain like, for me,
wrestling, like when it
yeah, I
was
did.
like the
Cause like the fucking Eddie
during the
Guerrero
whole
and all the
Eddie
yeah,
Guerrero,
yeah,
Rey Mysterio, and then like I watched like a lot of like WCW, like Booker T and all that, and Rey Mysterio where he came from and
yeah.
stuff, and then when they merged with like WWE, like with The Rock, Stone Cold, you
See,
got
I never got that far, but I do remember like before, like I was into like WWF back when it was WWF,
right.
and like I do remember like Eddie Guerrero,
Yeah, Eddie Guerrero and Chris
him and his,
Benoit and Kurt
Chris,
Angle and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
I was like around that time, and I like Chris Benoit, man. Like Chris Benoit, and everything that I hear when it comes to, we're not gonna delve people. Don't worry, we're not gonna delve too much into this, but
yeah.
when we
Starting to
when
get pretty dark.
yeah. When every time I would hear wrestler or people talk about Chris Benoit, they always talk good things. But then
Yeah.
like it's like this what he did to the family and himself was just like out of nowhere. It wasn't like he was a shitty person and then he like
Yeah,
did some
yeah.
shitty. It was just like he was like this good person who did this really terrible thing and it's
Well,
just
the
crazy.
the really the others, I won't say it this overshadows that what happened there, but another bad thing that came from it is like Eddie Guerrero, because of what Chris Benoit did, was hurt too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because it was like three of them, right? It was it was Chris Benoit that was part of the Eddie Guerrero group with his like nephew or cousin or something like that. I forgot his name because he's still wrestling too.
Chavo, right?
Chavo, yeah, there you go, there you go. He was in there too, and he was the one that interviewing because
Viva
unfortunately,
la raza.
Eddie Guerrero ended up passing away from drug addiction and other stuff.
I
Do
know
that,
that was a
and
shock too, man. Like all
yeah,
that
and it's the
stuff is
same deal. It's
crazy,
all
man.
like it all fell it out. It didn't come from it, but that didn't help it either.
Right.
The situation
Exactly.
with Chris Benoit, and yeah, dude. So
Exactly. I don't know. That's why when you're talking about that series, like I don't know if they're ever
well,
doing a
it's just a
biopic of
docu.
that. I know the
I
docu
think
series.
yeah, yeah.
I don't know if I could watch that. That's hard to. That one's hard.
I'll
But
want to watch it. I want to watch it.
well,
Yeah,
if
'cause
you
I think
do,
it's on
man,
Vice. I think it's on Vice.
if you
I
do
don't know.
watch it, like I definitely
There's a
want to hear how
couple
much
that
you talk
Vice
about it.
have that I really want to watch that are pretty fucking dark.
When they're always about like anything with usually like on Vice is pretty dark, man.
Yeah, dude. There's one that I don't even want to. I don't really want to say it. But
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
It's got me interested already.
but let's so talk about something. We'll go from dark to amazing. Is of course our love for RoboCop. Um, I don't know how I feel about this. So they're planning to do a RoboCop prequel series. It's in development, but it's not going to feature RoboCop. Um,
Yeah.
so apparently, so the writer for the original RoboCop, um, he is going to. He has an idea. I mean, it says it's in development, which I mean, there's a lot of projects in development. Doesn't mean they're ever going to
Yeah,
be
they're
made.
gonna get made. Yeah. It's
But his name is Ed Neumayer. He was, of course, like I said, the script writer for the original RoboCop movie, and he says that it's gonna take like the idea of how law enforcement was in Detroit. I guess around that time before RoboCop was around. So it's gonna show us like a gritty '80s future. I mean, that's what I'm taking. This is my words, not his. But it's going to be like a
yeah, because I
gritty.
don't think
Because
it
like
could
the
be
'80s was the.
because I don't know how I'd feel if they would make a prequel but be modern times. You know what I mean?
It would
It
have
goes
to look like. It would
it,
have to look like that.
because like for me, dude, it goes back to what we were talking about a few episodes ago. How I wasn't a fan of the Bates Motel series because it's like now, it's not really back then. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Not in the '70s or whenever that movie was made. You know, that's one
Yeah.
of the things that bothered me about the series.
Yeah.
They're gonna make a Bates Motel about the psycho dude when he was growing up now. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it just didn't make any sense, and I don't think I'd take that. I don't think if they do that, I'll probably be upset about it if they do it to this. You know what I mean?
Does it make you feel a little bit better that he was the script writer for the original RoboCop, though?
Uh, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that too.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes when you're done, you're done. You just ain't got it in you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's like not to discourage some of these old school writers that made something really awesome. Sometimes unfortunately, your time has passed, dude.
Well,
You
speaking of
know?
that, real quick, that you brought that up, did you hear that Ridley Scott is like still talking about continuing
Yes,
to do?
I did see. I didn't.
Since we're going that route,
I did not dove into it because that's the same thought I just had, dude. That's actually where that thought originated from. From that, what you're talking about now. And I
dude,
was
just let it go.
when you're done, you're
man.
done, dude. When you're
Ridley Scott, let it go, dude.
and it's another. And unfortunately, because of what last time he did with Covenant, I am really iffy on that series he's done.
And some people can even say what he did with, if you want to go far back as some people, about Prometheus, where they said he did with Prometheus, they were already like, all right, Ridley Scott, like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
You and me like Prometheus. I hate Covenant. I like the
It ruined-
actors, Danny McBride and stuff, and of course, like, I like
Well, I
what.
thought. Oh, even dude. I think some of the deleted scenes on James Franco kind of like, oh, I wish they would have put him in there. Like they wouldn't have
Oh,
deleted
I
his
know,
scene.
it was so crazy.
I wish they wouldn't have deleted him.
I know.
All you see him in the actual end product of the movie is him on fire.
Yeah.
That's his only performance in the movie. Is
Yeah, I
James
know.
Franco on fire. Dude.
Yeah, and like Fassbender, he's always good, but just I don't know, man. Ridley Scott he just won't.
Yeah.
He's created some of like greatest movies I mean, like
Absolutely,
our generation, and even
like
before.
he set the path
But dude,
for
like
for certain films for
sometimes
us
you
to
just
get.
need to let something go and let someone else have like take your vision and just do something new and fresh, but still like make
I mean,
good on
look at
you.
George Lucas with what he did with the first like episode 1 through 3. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like issues like that. You
And not just
know?
that, but like for example, here's a good idea because like Ridley Scott, of course, like did Aliens one, right? But
Yeah,
then what James Cameron did is he took that and did his own thing, but it was still good. And
yeah,
what I felt like all these like new directors could do is do the same thing because Ridley Scott, like, dude, just like let it go because like Blumkamp had a great idea. They didn't want him to do it because Ridley Scott is a big name, and they're like, okay, no, Ridley Scott wants to do something, so we're gonna let him do,
yeah.
Prometheus and all that and
And he
cover
did
that.
work for it, dude. He actually did. Like he put in a lot of work for it. Like some of the stuff he's released.
I
Like I
know,
don't know if you've
man.
seen it.
Yeah, I
So
have.
some of the images he drew and some of the models he even created, like made, look fucking dope.
That's what I'm
Like
saying.
it looked closer to an Alien movie than what Covenant did.
Like
You know what I mean?
we're definitely gonna talk about this too, but like Villeneuve, like I could see him taking the Alien franchise on a
Well,
crazy
if you would have to pick a
route.
director to lead the charge on the new Alien series,
Hmm.
I think that's a perfect pick.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know
So
what?
because his oh my god,
I
like
mean, you got to think like look at fucking District 9, District 8. What was it?
yeah,
District
District 9.
9,
It was
right?
District 9. Yeah,
You know, and like a
talking
mixture of
about the
that,
Rock.
and then like Chappie. You know, kind of what he did with the robot stuff, which, like even take the other Matt Damon one he made. It's I will like say that some of these stories aren't all that great, but the concept of it is so fucking cool.
What do you think about this? I'm gonna throw this at you. Okay, so with all these like and I know we're kind of going off topic, but that's what we do here. I mean, it's like a normal
it
conversation. So I know you guys are probably like, well, what
started from
about
this, but
RoboCop? But
it
that's
still leads to
hey,
that.
that's what we do, man. That's how we work. That's how
Well,
this
it
is
leads
what
from
the
it because
show
we're
is.
going back to
Yeah,
directors letting things go,
yeah,
and
yeah.
or
But I mean,
writers in
but
this
I mean,
case,
like I said,
yeah.
that's what this show is, man. That's what we do. So, but let me give you this idea. So, everyone trying to like, the Predator movies have not been working. That they keep trying to bring back Alien movies to most people. I won't say most, but just some people are not hitting what they people or what they expect. What would you think about taking these instead of trying to reboot the franchises into these movies? What about turn them into series? Do you think that
Ah,
would work like an Alien series? Like the reason I asked that is, what about an Alien series?
the
Like
thing
where
for
it's
me
where it'd be like
about
a horror series, and it could be small. It could be like a one area. It could be either on a ship. It could be on a planet. It could just be something like that. Do you think that would work better rather than trying to reboot a movie?
well at that point, like you gotta think for me, especially like how I think, like certain things should just be left alone. Like I'm not a big fan of people like of like say like the MCU how they had the Daredevil series and all that stuff, even though it was in the Marvel universe, it really wasn't in the Marvel universe. You know what I mean? So I'm not a big
Yeah.
fan of people creating these series because I was gonna say this about the Robocop too. Is like there's just not there's no originality there, so they're taking something that's already been great and try to do something more out of it. And like for me, like going back to RoboCop, I don't think it's all that great idea to do a prequel series on RoboCop. I don't, it's just I don't think
No.
it'll mold. Like for our generation, I don't think so. And then like you go do the Predator thing. I don't know, dude. I don't know if that'll work well in a series. Because truth be told, I also think that unfortunately at this point, there is more bad Predator and Alien than there is good Predator and Alien.
Yeah.
You
Well, the
know?
reason why I say is we could do a series because it won't have to be too crazy of a budget. You can actually do what made Aliens great and Predator great was the character building. Like
Mm-hmm.
Predator One, I mean, you didn't have like a lot of
Oh,
time
you
with these characters,
well the
but
first Predator you only
the
had one alien, dude. I mean,
yeah,
well the first Alien movie was only one alien and a
right.
fucking
But it was that's
ship.
the group
Yeah,
that
yeah.
got you. So I could say a series and it being small and just this group of characters trying to survive, and you could say like Predator, I could say there'd be a lot of character development and you could still kind of build on the lore. I think a series would be maybe more I'm just throwing it out there,
Yeah.
maybe more beneficial than trying to like
truth be told, dude, if they
reboot these
do ever
franchise
do a
movies
series, I think it should be like a one-off.
like one season, kind of like
Yeah, yeah,
Watchmen.
Watchmen, dude. Because if you try to keep doing it, dude, it's just like
So if we're gonna do one off, what do you feel about doing a one off? But let's take what they did with the game and make it about Ripley's daughter. Would you like that?
I
Because
don't know,
isn't
dude.
that canon technically, or no? The daughter in that game, is that canon or not?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Because a lot of people, because that only came in the game, right? If I remember correctly, that only came from the game.
Yeah, but I mean, who's to say they could have said, "Hey, this is canon"? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard because like most people wouldn't even know she's got a daughter until you play the game,
Right.
or like
Well, it
for
could
us,
just be like the
I've never played.
games. Like the
Yeah,
Jedi Fallen Order is technically canon, even though it's
I
the
actually
game.
don't think Alien would work as a series just because it's a whole lot quieter. I
I
think
don't know,
Predator,
man.
I think better Predator's got a better chance of being an awesome series than Alien does.
Really? Because the
Yeah,
horror aspect of Alien and like
well,
the
it's different. I think it's more excitement being hunted down in a different aspect,
yeah
especially depending on how you do it. Depending on how you do it, because it's kind of for a series, it might be good in a ship. But for me, like the first thing that popped into my mind is if you make a Predator series, it was going to be like the first Predator when you're out in the jungle or something like that.
hmm
So there's more room to work with.
hmm
I don't know if an Alien series would work, especially like
What about if it was like because like like you said, what if it was like them? Okay, what they let's say scratch Covenant, right? Let's say they do a series and it was about the about the what were they called again?
the engineers,
The engineers. What if it was about this group of people who landed on the
engineer world.
world of engineers and it was like that rather than it just be like a same rehash of it's a ship and these people are just surviving the ship. What if it was that and then you know you
I don't
could
know how.
explore the lore of more of the engineers, you could still get some type of alien kind of thing. I don't know, I'm just saying, what
It,
if it
it,
was like a
it, it's
different
hard.
setting?
I think it's hard to actually try to put like a setting for Alien, especially when what Ridley Scott did. And it's
Yeah,
just
I just think if yeah, because honestly I was
because if you go back to like the original trilogy,
mhm,
Aliens was different than what Alien was. And that's what they did. They completely changed the setting of it.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
They went back and they went back strap cut.
yeah,
You know,
yeah. I
Alien
just
Three was a little was different,
yeah,
completely
it's
different than the
different.
first two.
I don't know.
Completely different route. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it didn't even touch the subject that it was. It wasn't even. I think
Uh,
it was unnecessary. The
I don't
third one
know.
really was unnecessary.
Like I said, I don't know. I was just trying to throw that far out, but I honestly I wouldn't mind just being like a small ship with a group of
Mm-hmm.
characters trying to survive for a season. Predator I think would be cool if every
Lost in
season,
space.
yeah, kind of like that, but like darker. And like I know you talk about a one off. I would love to see. Honestly, this is my Predator pitch, and we can go on from back to like Robocop for a little bit and then move on. But I would say I would love the Predator series pitch would be every season is a different time period. So you
And that was I think too. If you do something like that, and that's also what I mean by one off. It's like if you do that, technically it's not the same characters the next season. It's a whole nother series.
yeah, dude.
Technically, if you do it that way, you could keep on
That'd be
doing
kind
that.
of badass, man. Because the one thing that got me so intrigued was like at end of Predator 2 when he handed him that old Smith and
The
Wesson.
fuck
I
yeah,
would love to
bro.
see Predator in like the
The
West. Like
Western times and
yeah,
shit.
dude,
Yeah,
that'd be fucking badass.
yeah.
But anyways, yeah, I don't know, but like I said, anything that we talk about, like when it comes to like aliens or prequels and stuff like that, the one element that they have or that they will have when we like talk about series is they're gonna have the Alien and Predator. With this RoboCop series, I don't know how you could do a RoboCop series without RoboCop, and if you're gonna do a prequel, I
But the
like
thing
the
is too, who are you gonna do it to? Like the what's her name? Damn,
Murphy.
no, the chick,
No, oh, Lois,
Lois.
or is it
You know what I
Lewis?
mean?
Yeah,
Or so yeah,
Lewis. I think it's Lewis.
Lewis.
Yeah, because
Lewis.
this is his
Yeah.
last name. No, I don't know.
Or who would you would like? What would you do well on? Like you see what I'm saying? You
I
see my dilemma? Like I don't think it'll.
Oh, we'll follow what's his name's character from the first one, rising up into OCP. Like, what's his name? Remember from the first one, and how he's the one that came up with the RoboCop program, and he ends up getting killed.
Yeah, I know what you're
But
talking
like,
about.
what about if it was just focused on him rising through the the corporation?
I don't know,
I don't
dude.
know.
Look
Or
at House of
maybe
Cards over here.
yeah, I know. Or maybe like a young chief, like what's his name, but like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, man. Or even following, like when I heard this prequel series, I was like, oh, so we're gonna follow Murphy before he got killed, and like
Yeah, which
Murphy
is
like with his family and stuff, and into like
well, technically he wasn't even in Detroit then.
I
Because
know,
remember, he was a
right,
rookie. He
but
wouldn't even.
but when I heard RoboCop prequel, I wasn't really thinking about Detroit, and we don't know how long from. Well, I'm trying to remember. In the movie, was it literally? It was like his first day he got killed, right? It wasn't like they fast forwarded a few weeks or anything, right?
It's hard to tell, but it looks like it was his first
It was
day.
like his like
I
first
would
day
even
he got
push it.
murdered,
I would even push it the
like two
first
days.
week. You know
The
what I
first
mean?
week,
Like,
yeah, he got
yeah.
immediately murdered.
I'd even
So
push it, but it's hard to tell. But
yeah, so
I would.
you couldn't even do like his first like years in
So fucking
Detroit. He just got
yeah.
instantly killed. So
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And that's what
It's
supposedly
weird.
what got him killed is him trying to be the hero in a dark
Exactly.
city. You know, and
Yeah,
that's what
that's the
got him.
point. Yeah, that
Yeah.
was like the whole point. Yeah, I don't know, man. We'll see. But going back to live action series and prequels and all this series, so they're gonna do that Silk live action series that they're trying to work on in Sony Pictures. Now, I don't know if you know who Silk is.
I know a little of it, little of her. You know,
Usually, people know that when they see her, they see the
they know
costume,
who it.
they know
Oh
who
yeah,
Silk is, right?
yeah.
So
And I don't think a lot of people know the background to it.
no, so the cool thing about Silk is she's Korean American, which is cool. So we have an Asian character. She got bit by the same spider Peter Parker got bit with.
Hmm.
Okay, so it was the same spider. It wasn't a different spider. So the cool thing about that is well, number one, she when she got bit by the spider, she got like I think, oh my god, I'm trying to remember. I don't know who took her or what, but they pretty much hid her. Like she used to go to the same school as Peter, and then when she got bit, I don't know what government took her, but they took her and kind of trained her. Like she was pretty much like captured and was trained to kind of be like, I don't want to say like an assassin, but like they were just training her and keeping her under wraps. And so she was a prisoner, but they were like training her how to like use her powers and stuff. But the cool thing about her is like because they were bit by the same spider, they have this like really strong attraction to each other because of that like
Uh-huh.
connection. So I always thought that was very interesting. Um, and not just that, just her character is like the costume's cool. I think she has better spider sense than him. Like, and she was trained. Like Peter Parker was never trained. It was kind of
Nah,
just
he was
natural,
self-taught, no lessons.
self-taught. Like yeah, no lessons, no lessons, Dad.
Best man, the better man.
Better man, yeah.
I was watching it the other day. That's why that popped into mind, dude.
So good.
Yeah. For those
so-
that don't know, the wedding singer.
The Wedding Singer, one of the best rom coms. That's like one of the few rom coms I will say I love. Like rom coms, there's that and like Girl Next Door. Man, those are my two rom com faves.
Yeah.
So okay, so hold on. Here it actually it tells you a little bit. So it'll say maybe it'll give me a little bit more, but I'm pretty much on the money. Her name's Cindy Moon. Okay, so she shoots webs out of her fingertips. And like I said, she has a better spider sense.
Out of each of them?
I guess. She has
Damn.
a better, like I said, she has a better spider sense, so I was right about that. And they were bitten by the same spider. And then, yeah. So, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this. Because, again, it's like Sony's trying to build this, like, universe without Peter Parker. See, like, her story is so entwined with Spider-Man's story. I don't know how I feel about
I
it.
understand. I understand what you're saying. Like, it's like almost having to do one that's actually not even like a Spider-Man that's even probably not even be in the series. Does that
No.
make sense? Or it's gonna do like what like the Arrowverse thing is doing, but it's a completely different Superman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I understand where.
But Lord and Miller supposedly are going to help develop this because it says because they made a deal with Sony and it says that it reported that they would work with the studio to develop a suit of television series based on Sony's Marvel characters, with Silk now being the first. So they are going to help develop a bunch of products. So them being behind this, I mean, does that make it better? Like in your eyes?
I don't know, dude. Because I think it's cool too, though, that they are trying to bring up these characters that's never really done before. I get like I complain about like how what they did to Daredevil and Luke Cage and all that stuff, but I don't think they even gave them justice and what they deserve. Is where I'm kind of I guess what I'm getting at, and the fact that they're part of this awesome world, dude. Like sure, being part of the Spideyverse. Like I want them to be able to actually use that, really,
Yeah.
like throw it in there. Like it would be fucking dope if all stuff like that, or it's does some cameos or something in that nature. Because I don't want like another thing. It annoys me, dude, that the verse has a different Spider-Man. I mean Spider-Man, a different Superman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
It's like what when did we change? When did we change Superman all of a sudden? Like all
Yeah.
right, so obviously it's a different universe, right?
Mhm.
But then you get the Flash at the end of whatever happened, and like so it's not. So you know what I mean? Like
I don't. I
it's where
don't
you
know.
I think where you got to be careful with, because at certain points you're just intertwining, and then say people that don't know anything about it, they're kind of being misinformed, or they
Yeah,
might look at it as a wannabe Spider Woman or Spider Gwen or
because like
you know what
how like Spider Woman, I can see them doing because she's so intrinsic with like Shield, really,
I mean?
and the way she got her spider powers are way different. But this is so this she I mean literally Cindy Moon is bit by the same spider as Spider-Man. So let's say you don't ever see Spider-Man, how are you going to come up with an explanation of
And
how she figures
you know what I
out
mean?
that
Yeah,
she is tied to Parker in some way? Because, like I said, they
just
have that
they're just gonna
attraction
choose
and
to
that
ignore it.
chemistry.
You know what I
Like
mean? If
yeah,
it doesn't
again,
even
are we
do
gonna
them
get another
justice.
Venom? Are we gonna get like another Venom where it's like
Yeah,
exists without like they're trying to build this universe, but then they don't have Spider-Man. Like I look, I'm all about like representation. Like it's cool. She's like I say Korean American. Let's go. Let's get some representation right there. But like why do this now? Wait till like when I don't mind these characters coming to light when we actually see that Spider-Man's universe is going to be built with
bigger.
Spider-Man around him
Yeah,
or
yeah, and
around
that's
him.
kind of where I'm saying like actually put it
Get the
to good
character first.
use, dude.
That's like okay, so
Like
imagine
actually
like
create the universe and do it right. 'Cause, like in the sense like where I talked about last time, like the Avengers universe, like the MCU worked because they created it. It didn't
yeah,
happen overnight. They created within like these 10, 11 years now.
yeah,
So it worked.
yeah.
And now that they're trying to create this, but they're trying to do everything standalone.
This is what like it's like I think this is a perfect example. It's like them when they had the Gotham series on Fox. It's like them trying to develop a world around Batman without Batman. Like it
Yeah,
doesn't
it just
work. You can't have freeze. You can't have you can't have these
Flash
supervillains
or any of Batman.
without
Yeah,
Batman
yeah.
yet. Like so it doesn't work very well. Um, I don't know, man. Like like I said, like you said, with like Phil Lord like being behind this, it it gives me a little hope because they do Spider Verse, so they might find a way to tie
Actually
this in some
intertwine
way.
it. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? But it's got to
somehow.
work. They have to do it, and they just, in my opinion, dude, they just can't half-ass it, dude. Like you said, like if they're like bitten by the same spider and they're intertwined a little bit more, they're more connected. They should use it. It should be a
Yeah.
part of it. They should just not pretend or come up with some bullshit excuse.
No.
Don't
Yeah.
bring it up, dude. Like
Exactly.
create it, dude. Like if you're using it, if you're really trying to do this universe, do it, man. But do it like actually put Tom Holland, dude. Don't do a Venom without Spider Man. Like
And I don't
don't
think
waste
he's. I don't.
don't waste your other characters.
No,
Don't
and
waste that universe,
he
dude.
loves playing Spider Man, so
Yeah,
like he'll probably do it. I mean, and I mean, we already know he's doing. I'm not saying like Netflix isn't like dishing out money, but let's say they're not dishing out as much money as Marvel. I mean, he's doing even like a movie for Netflix and stuff. So
yeah, yeah.
and now movie stars are doing series. It's not like a separate thing where it's like okay, only TV actors do series and only movie actors do movies. Now it's like
Here's another
crossing.
thing, dude.
It's crossing.
I watched his interview with Chris Evans, and he was talking about that, dude, and how a lot of actors now, and like especially for Chris Evans, he was talking about how he's more into it because it's more of a lore for it as an actor.
Hmm.
It's more like they're actually like the series are taking riskier moves than movies are now.
Oh yeah,
You know, I'm like, oh, dude, but the way he said it too, which I saw another interview with Robert Pattinson. I think you kind of jumping off topic here. Something he
That's
said
fine.
that we talked about, right? About like say like Jared Leto being a method actor, right?
Okay.
And what he does, you know, the dumb crap he does, and then what he said cracked me up. He's like, you're only a method actor when you're being an asshole,
That's
bro.
awesome. See, that's what I like Pattinson
That's
even more now, dude.
yeah, dude. It got it dead on point. I'm like, thank you. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, dude.
Because
Look at
did
all
you
the
ever,
method.
speaking of that, did you ever see the documentary about with when it was showing Jim Carrey turning into Andy Kaufman?
Yes, I
He was
did.
an asshole, dude.
Yes, and absolutely, absolutely, dude. And there were even like people that knew Andy Kaufman, and they're talking about that's not Andy Kaufman.
Well,
Once he once he took the mask off, he was no longer this character.
oh
He
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
like
yeah.
like was it? I think it was Larry King
But
that was saying it. That's like I hate. He was talking about how he hated his character in there because at the end of the day, like they would put on that show, but when the camera was off, we were best friends. And him, he hated. They were going at it all the time.
yeah.
Like it wasn't. He actually hated doing that cameo on the movie
Well, like with
because of
Jerry
Jim
Lawler
Carrey.
too, he didn't hate Jerry Lawler, like that whole thing with the wrestling and stuff and
Yeah, yeah,
slapping and stuff. Like he, that
yeah,
wasn't, you
yeah.
know. But it's so funny because I remember in that series, like Jim Carrey was like literally like talking to Kaufman's father and making him
Yeah.
call him son and having him cry, and I was like,
Hmm.
dude, how are you gonna do that to this man? Like
Yeah.
you said, it's so like, okay, whatever Jim Carrey was in that space, I get it because like I don't think he was like a Jared Leto where he was like at the point method acting. I think in Jim Carrey's mind, because we know how Jim Carrey is. I mean, I don't know him personally, but you know how he has it in the past years. But Jim Carrey, I think, really believed he was this person. But in essence, when you look at it from an outside perspective, okay, you're method acting, you're being kind of an asshole, you're taking
Yes.
it a little too
Yes.
far,
You got
bro.
too far
Calm
with
the
it.
fuck down. Like it's a good
Uh,
movie, but
like the
damn,
like what like people were saying, like he like a certain point he wasn't him. He
yeah,
wasn't Andy Kaufman anymore.
yeah,
He was Andy Kaufman when he put the mask on,
yeah,
but
yeah,
when he took the mask off, he
yeah.
wasn't the same guy.
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's a yeah, dude. Dude, well, I'm telling you, dude, when I heard that, I thought it was hilarious, and I thought of you too. Like, oh, he's gonna enjoy this, dude. I thought it was
That's
fucking
so
on
funny, man.
point, and yeah,
I
dude.
know. Oh man, but yeah, we're just gonna have to see what you know happens with this series and if they ever going to go ahead and do the RoboCop thing. So this is gonna be like a trailer heavy kind of like when it comes to the movies, man. We got a lot of trailers. I want to start with like some of the smaller ones and we'll lead up to like the main one. Let's start with this. Did you watch the Blumhouse Freaky trailer?
Yes, it's a funny thing. I
It's
watched that trailer before you even sent it to
oh
me.
okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a funny thing.
It
My
looks
girl
cool.
sent it to me.
Oh
It
really?
was random as hell. She was like, "I want to see this one," and I
Does she
watched. It,
like Does she like Happy Death Day? Has she seen that yet?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay.
It's really hard. She's not into movies the way I am.
I mean,
You know.
okay, but she liked
Yeah,
this one, so that's
but
pretty interesting.
yeah, I thought I found it really interesting. I'm like, all right.
So what do you think about this Vince Vaughn being a killer, but then I mean, it does the Freaky Friday thing, and then he is kind of playing like the Rob Schneider kind of role thing.
Truth be told, I like it. I like
I do
it.
too.
I like it because it's a movie you can't take too seriously, dude. It's a horror film you can't take seriously, dude.
Have you seen Happy Death Day? Because I liked Happy
No,
Death
I
Day.
haven't seen that yet.
It's
I've
kind of
actually
like the
heard
same
good things
thing.
about it.
It's
Though.
actually kind of the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It reminded me a lot. I don't know if you watch it. Was it Chris and Tucker versus Evil or something like that?
No,
I
I
don't know
keep
if-
seeing it, and I'm wondering. Like, I keep almost watching it, but I don't pull the trigger on it because I don't know.
See,
if
because I was for the
how I
longest
feel
time
about
that was me, and then one day I just put it on. And don't get me wrong, it's not the world's greatest movie. You can't take it seriously.
Right.
You cannot take it seriously. But it's something like that. It reminded me, like at least was that style film, or like that Babysitter that's on Netflix.
I like
know,
the
it
Babysitter actually.
Yeah, yeah. Which I don't know. Have you watched the sequel they just came out with?
No, because isn't it like a prequel about the group and not really her? Right?
No, it's a sequel. It's actually it follows them. It's after.
Didn't they die though in the first one?
Well, yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. They bring them back. I don't know how it works. I haven't seen it yet.
So
But, yeah.
okay, you haven't seen it. So
No, I haven't
okay,
seen it.
okay.
Yet.
So
I'm
that's
probably
what
going
saying.
to because of the same reason.
Yeah, let me
Because
know.
you can't take a movie that seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horrible loophole. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they brought him
I just
back.
thought it
But
was a prequel sequel thing
no,
that they always, they always put a two on it, but it's really a prequel, like they always do
yeah,
those.
yeah,
That's what I thought it was. Okay,
yeah.
I don't
No,
know, but
it's a continuation to it. But
I
yeah, I
think
think the Freaky Friday. Like, I guess it's just freaky, right?
it's just called
It's just
Freaky, but it's pretty much a horror Freaky Friday. I think
yeah,
it's pretty funny because number one, the what got me was when she wakes up in Vince Vaughn's body for the first time, and where he lives is like a fucking like Jason Voorhees' shed. It's
yeah,
like the fucking
yeah,
shit's hanging everywhere. It's all like I was like, what the fuck? And
yeah.
seeing Vince Vaughn as a killer was interesting. I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Dude, I think Vince Vaughn is also a versatile actor, dude. But you
Yeah.
just gotta pick, you gotta pick his roles.
No, he
You
is.
know
He
what I
is.
mean? You know,
What's that recent one where he was in prison and stuff?
was it one was he was in prison?
Yeah, I think it was
I
in
don't know.
prison. Oh my god,
Because
what's it called?
the one I was gonna bring up was a True Detective character he
Okay,
did,
okay, there you go.
which he was a pretty badass. You know, he wasn't the coolest, he wasn't the hardest.
Hmm.
You know, but I mean, when he fucked that dude up, he fucked him up.
Yeah,
You know,
but he
and
could
then
play, like you said, versatile. When he was, what was the
the
one with
cell.
the wrestler, like the one where he was,
Oh yeah, yeah, Fighting with My Family.
Fighting with My Family. He was good
Yeah,
in that.
he was that
He
serious role.
wasn't. Yeah, it was
You know what
serious.
I
He
mean? And
wasn't.
he wasn't that hardcore badass dude, but he was like a coach sort of style of
Yeah,
character, right?
yeah.
Which is I liked
But
him. Liked
I
him.
think it's interesting because it's gonna take the I know I it's gonna take that the actress and make her the killer. I think that's pretty cool juxtaposition of like seeing her as like as the killer. It's gonna. I mean, of course, you've seen those in like those like certain movies where it's like the lady femme fatale where she's kind of
Yeah, 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 yeah.
seduces the
Yeah.
person and then she kills them and stuff. But this looks like it goes beyond that. Like she's actually just gonna not just seduce people, but she's just gonna be just a hardcore like straight killer because it's like it's Vince Vaughn's like character in her body. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I just think it's cool. I think it's gonna be awesome and it's gonna be it's gonna be
I'm
for
gonna end up
Halloween.
watching it, but not expecting anything. But you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, like
I'm not.
nothing.
It's not gonna be the world's greatest movie.
I think it's gonna
You know?
surprise a lot of people of how
Yeah,
probably good it. And Blumhouse has a good track record, so.
yeah, yeah. Yeah.
Another one I want to talk about is the Comeback Trail trailer. So that was hard to say. I thought it was the Comeback trailer. Was the Comeback Trail trailer?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a weird title.
I actually watched that too before you even sent it to me.
What did you think about it, man?
I think it looks funny. I think
It
it
was
looks
a lot
funny.
more funnier than I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
Zach
know.
Braff in there. I haven't seen him in a
yeah.
while.
I was. Yeah, yeah. Last thing he did, he does a podcast. I think he's
I
on
know
a
he did
podcast.
one with his boy.
Yeah, yeah, which is like a fake doctors something. I forgot what it
Yeah,
was.
yeah.
You know, I forgot what it was called. But yeah, I think they did. I
Taking the
think they
jobs
started
from us podcasters, those
Right,
stars.
dude.
No, I'm just kidding.
Fuck yeah. Because he's directed 2 movies, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That I know of. Yeah.
Garden State, or was it Garden
Yeah.
State? And I forgot the other one.
Some other one. I don't remember what it was called. But yeah. But
So,
like,
alright, so this says Robert De Niro, Morgan Freeman, Zach Braff, Tommy Lee Jones. Damn,
yeah,
man, I didn't
dude,
expect that. And I heard Tommy Lee Jones is hard to work with, but it looks like he's had. I mean, he is playing the grumpy. It looks like he's playing himself, like a grumpy
yeah, yeah.
old actor. Who I forgot who was it in the trailer that he died. Who I know that actor. It's what's his name from Girl Next Door and shit. He's the one that dies,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. I threw blanks at his name too. Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once Upon a Time and stuff like he.
Yeah.
So like yeah, tell people what it's like, what a little bit about it, and like how do you feel about it? Do you like it or what?
I think it looks cool, dude. I like the concept. I like Robert De Niro. You know, more. I'm curious to
Old
see
Robert
him,
De Niro? It's
like
goofy.
see him in a comedic sort of deal, goofy. Same deal with Morgan Freeman. Or what like they're banking on this movie being made, and then like their main actor died, so the movie is no longer being made. So he owed
Well, like
people
Morgan
money.
Freeman's isn't he the gangster dude? Like he owes
Yeah,
Morgan
yeah.
Freeman money, right?
Robert
Yeah.
De Niro owns Morgan Freeman's money, yeah.
Yeah.
And since the movie he was banking on isn't getting made, he's got to figure out a different way to make
Because
that money.
the actor was like heavily insured because takes place in the 70s.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
so like the actor's insured, so he was like, "Oh, we can get money from these insured
Well,
actors."
yeah.
So he's
Yeah.
trying to kill Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, you know what this reminds me of? Because everyone's going to be at anticipation of like what is going to be the thing that kills Tommy Lee Jones, if he does get
If
killed.
yeah.
It reminds me of Hot Tub Time Machine, where we were all anticipating the dude to lose his arm.
The
It would
arm,
always
yeah,
fake
yeah,
you
yeah.
out of like, okay, is this guy really gonna like, when is he gonna do it? Like, so it's gonna be like, this movie's gonna be all that. It's like, okay, what part? Because like when that wasn't he like at one point, didn't like the bridge snap or something?
Yeah, yeah.
um,
Well, dude, when he was caught on fire, and everybody thought he was dead. And
Yeah.
Robert De Niro was already talking about how he was already dead or
Yeah.
whatever. And then he gets up, all right, take two.
Yeah, that's great, man. I just, and it's good to see like Tommy Lee Jones like kind of back. I know he has like a
Well,
a
it's
bad
fun-
little rap behind the scenes of like how kind of like grumpy and kind of hard to work with he is, but
Oh, the
I don't
man's
know.
like
He
80
looked,
years old, for God's sake.
yeah, I mean, it seems like he's no. So it seems like he had fun on this one at least. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah. At least it seemed like it.
Yeah. I don't know, but
But
it
it's
looks
funny.
good.
It's funny even seeing him and this character.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? More than anything, it's him because he's always been that U.S. Marshal, that that fucking No Country for Old Men style of films for him.
Yeah.
That quiet badass.
Is he
Dude.
going back to the I mean, he's not quite Two-Face in this, but
No,
he
no.
has the seriousness with
But
the
it-
comedy.
A handful, but it's always been that serious character.
Yeah. That's it. It's
You
like
know?
everything around him is like the humor, and he's like
Yes,
in
the
it, you know?
humor is around him.
I
yeah.
would say he's playing like not as like idiotic, but he's kind of like the Leslie Nielsen, because like Leslie Nielsen in Naked
Yes.
Gun was his character was like not being goofy. He was, everything he said was serious to him. But
Yeah,
just the shit
yeah.
he said was so stupid. like everything
I'm just
around
grabbing
him
my
was
key.
goofy. Yeah. We're not resting.
Still
till
one
we
of my-
find the- I love it.
Still one of my favorite lines, dude.
No, we will do everything we can. Or no one on this force will rest until we catch people who did this to your husband. Now let's go grab a bite to eat or something.
Someone like,
I bought that too on Voodoo. That was on sale too. I was like, I gotta
Yeah.
buy this on digital, even though I own all three. But whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, I had to. Okay, so let's go ahead and okay. So the two main definite trailers and stuff I want to talk about. First, let's talk about the new James Bond trailer. What did you think about that, man? I think it looked badass.
I think it looks fucking dope, dude.
But I think James Bond trailers look good. You know, they
yeah,
right? They
I
always
see-
give
yeah,
you,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean?
I completely agree with you. I wasn't a big fan of Spectre. Spectre,
You know, I wanted to see a movie, and then when everyone was like kind of shit on it, it kind of just
just
like,
dissolved in your
it
mind.
kind of
Yeah.
like pushed me not to watch it. But I feel like because what's his name is in this one is like the Hannibal-esque kind of character.
Yeah.
I feel like I need to watch it now, but like I never saw, like I skipped Quantum of Solace because everyone shitted on it, and I
Yes,
but I
see,
watched the third
it's
one and I
between-
love the
you know,
third one, Skyfall.
Between Spectre and Quantum of Solace are the bad ones. Those two
Yeah.
are the bad ones. Yeah, and I would lean more towards Spectre being the worst one. At least
really,
Quantum of Solace.
name's Quantum of Solace. Really?
Quantum of Solace was at least shorter than Spectre. Spectre
Okay.
was just dragged out, and that story really wasn't all that great.
Mhm.
Skyfall is my favorite so far, dude.
Yeah,
Skyfall,
Skyfall was badass.
that shit was fucking sick.
Yeah,
Yeah. But dude, it's supposed to be Daniel Craig's last one. So for me, it's definitely thumbs up, and I gotta watch it.
they went all out, man. Like that trailer looks so sick. All the ladies. Let's talk about the ladies in this movie. Are badass.
The Bond girls, yeah,
Oh
dude.
my god, dude, they're kicking ass in this movie. Like I love the new. Is she 00 in this one?
Who?
I think it's what is her name? I think it's she plays Nomi, right? Lashana Lynch. She's the other agent who's like badass. She's like new.
I
She's new.
I know who you're talking about.
She's a
the-
00, right?
The black chick with the shorter hair.
Yeah, she's
The
the
one you're
00, right?
I'm guessing. I think she's 008. Yeah, she's supposed to be a 00.
Oh man,
I don't know
she
which
like
one.
kicked that ass. Of course they got
They got Moneypenny in there too.
Money
still.
Pennies.
Wait a
Of
minute.
course, you gotta have Money Penny, dude. You
Yeah,
always
yeah.
gotta have Money Penny.
Yeah.
But who else is in this one?
What's that? Ana de Armas.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She's
Good.
gorgeous, man.
Yep.
Yeah, she's in here. What do you think? Okay, let me ask you. Anyways, I just love that this movie is like finally like you're not just getting like one Bond girl who's like, oh, help me, and then you got a one badass. It seems like all the ladies in here are gonna be
Yeah, I mean that's
badass.
the whole. Well, I think that's the whole James Bond thing, the way it is.
Yeah,
You know,
but like this one kind of
once a
changes it
day,
up.
once is the one of them is a Denzel in distress, and the other
Yeah,
one's a
but here's
badass.
the question. So what they like I said, that's why this one kind of changes. It seems like all the girls are, or all the ladies are here are going to be badass, right?
Uh huh.
Now, are you think since they kind of changed that up, do you think they're going to follow another James Bond thing they always do, where one's good and then one turns out to be bad? They always do that in James Bond, where one lady always ends up being like the
Yeah,
villain.
I know
Like,
what you're talking
you know
about.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Do you think they're going to do that, or do you think?
maybe. I think it's a possibility,
I
dude.
don't know.
It's a possibility. Like it's if you would go by a percentage game, like knowing the James Bond movies, yes, it's gonna happen. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? But
yeah.
it's Sam Mendes, right? Oh no, it's not Sam Mendes. He's not doing this one. Now that I remember, I forgot who it is. But
Um,
but yeah,
let me
dude,
see.
not because another thing too, because you even get to see another girl that I think is already a villain. I don't think it's a technically a
It's
Bond girl.
by uh Carrie. Oh, it's by Fukunaga. That's who it is.
Oh,
Yeah, Carrie
that's right.
Fukunaga. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. I
Oh,
forgot he
dude,
was
I
in.
fucks with it, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, that's fucking awesome, dude.
Oh yeah,
But
dude.
yeah, which I think you get a glimpse of a chick in there, and I think she's already automatically the bad one. So we might not get that whole. Turns out she's a double agent. You know?
Or someone who's like a lover becomes who's really working with the bad guy. But I mean, that
Yeah.
kind of is though. If they end up doing that, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. They do that
It's the
too.
same thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
I think what's his name look cool. I think what's
Okay, yeah. What do you
her
think
being
about Rami
weird.
Malek, man? What do you think
Is that
about
his
him?
name? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I think it looked cool. I think his voice sounded cool too. You know? I'm curious to see him as a villain. I mean, I love was it Mr. Robot?
Yeah.
I loved him in it too. Dude,
I
I
didn't
was
watch. I didn't watch that, but I've watched him. I
I've
watched
seen him in
that.
some other
I
couple
watched
movies.
that horrible like Spike Lee movie he was in about the.
Yeah, I watched that
That
one
was
too.
him was so crazy, but he played like I mean he was in a big
I
role.
think
He
he
played
did
the
good. He did.
butler. Yeah, he was all
Yeah,
right.
I think he did a great job. I think he's a
Bohemian
good.
Rhapsody, he was
I
okay.
haven't
He was
seen that
good
one.
in.
I haven't seen it.
Um, I don't know, man. Like,
I
do you
don't think
think
he's gonna be. He's gonna. I don't think he's gonna be a badass. Like
you think he's gonna
hands
be
on.
another? Yeah,
I think
we're
he's
gonna
gonna
get
be a
another one of
mastermind.
those.
Like I think he's just gonna be another mastermind. I don't think he's gonna be like a badass, like physically. I don't think he's gonna go one on one
But
against
we've,
him.
but that's the thing too. Like you said, I don't think you're gonna have that route. But like with these like Daniel Craig ones, we haven't really had like a villain who was like a badass, like who could. It was always like I mean I know they always have like that one henchman who's like the badass, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah,
there's been a few like good ones who were like what I liked about Goldeneye was like the villain there was a 006.
yeah, yeah.
He could keep up and whoop that ass too. Like I wouldn't mind seeing another like finally get like a James Bond villain who could stand up to Daniel Craig, not just mentally but like physically would be kind of cool to see him, especially if this is gonna be his last one. See himself be pushed, but again, we don't know how this like what this Rami Malek's like villain character is gonna do here, like how he's going to break James Bond down.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
So
yeah.
he might just
So
kill all his love interests in here.
yeah, yeah.
Because
Sort of deal.
the other lady is Dr. Madeline Swan, and she's supposed to be his love interest. Oh, she was Inspector.
Okay.
Do you
So
remember
that's
her?
yeah, I think I know
Psychiatrist?
the white chick.
Yeah,
Yeah, blonde. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Huh. See, the
So
thing too is like I'm not a big fan of what they've done with the newer ones. He always finds that one chick like I want to retire now. That man's been trying to retire since Casino Royale.
oh no, but I know, right? Like, cause didn't he just? Cause okay, refresh my memory. In the beginning, when he first gets his license, like how from that point on in the future is he been like James Bond? Because it almost seems like as he just gets his 00 license to kill thing, and then
and
immediately
the
he wants
first
to
one,
retire
and
immediately after.
the first one, yeah, the Casino Royale.
No,
That's
no,
what
but
you're
do
talking
they?
about.
But is it like? Does it fast forward? Like he's been James Bond for
I
that
don't
long
know.
after he gets there?
No, no, no. It's supposed to be still. He's
Yeah.
supposed to
See,
be
it's just
fresh.
like he
That's
already.
because they talked about in Casino Royale. They talked about not sending him over with that mission because he was still fresh. He
That's
was
what I'm
still
saying.
young
Then,
and
like you said, he
reckless.
wants to leave. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like he
yeah,
wants to...
yeah.
But it's only been like the one girl though. It wasn't.
And that
He
one,
wasn't falling in love with every single one in
no,
any
no.
of them.
What I'm saying, that because even in Skyfall, he's like, all right, I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna come back just because they need me,
No,
And
he
then,
got shot.
but then he was
He
done.
got
He
sniped,
was
dude.
the only reason he was coming back is because he felt they needed him. But other than that, he was gonna stay
Yeah, I
there.
know. I
You
know.
know what I mean? Like he's been trying to just retire the whole time. Because even in Quantum of Solace, he was talking about how he was only gonna do that mission for revenge.
Oh
Because that's what he
man,
was
it's
going
just a
after.
montage of just him saying,
Yeah,
"I'm only
yeah,
gonna come back for this."
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's just, I think Spectre's the only one that isn't like that, to be honest.
yeah.
I'm
So
trying to remember because that, like I said, that was my least favorite.
that's what I'm saying because it's like we were. You know, it's funny that you brought that up because it's like, okay, we're gonna rejuvenate this James Bond franchise, but then the whole time this
They're
James
talking
Bond wants to
about,
retire.
yeah,
It's like
they're
I would, you
downplaying
know,
them.
if they when they find a new, I know they keep trying to find a James Bond in that age range. Like they have like it seems like they have a certain age range of
Well,
James Bond.
he's gonna be able to do the stunts.
But here's the thing, they made Q really young in this one, right?
Yeah, because it's weird.
Why?
Because the way I felt like the third one was the reboot. Like they completed the reboot with the third one. You know what I mean with Skyfall?
Yeah,
Because you get M as the you
right.
finally get him as a male. You
Yeah,
get Money Penny, then you get Q. You finally
yeah.
get
It's like you're finally
Q.
getting the
So
pieces to
you
him.
get the team.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
and
So I'm like,
now he's
oh, so I
gone
felt
now.
like they closed the loop. The actual reboot is complete.
Yeah,
So the deal. That's what
it's
I took out
it's
of
weird.
Skyfall.
No, no, I agree. So like
Yeah.
I think honestly, I think if they're gonna do a new James Bond franchise, I think they need to get like let's not get like okay, I want to retire James Bond. Let's not like get. I think we need to go young route because if how are we gonna have a young Q? I think Q needs to because you know Q is like
Well,
a
technically,
moniker, right?
needs to be like the older one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I wouldn't mind, but I'm saying if they're gonna go like young, like they did with this Q, let's make everyone like younger, other than M, right? I think M obviously has to be a senior because they got to run
Yeah,
that whole
yeah,
thing, right?
yeah.
If they go new with this, let's get a young James Bond who doesn't want to retire out of the way.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's get him
I
like
mean, fresh. I mean, come on now. When you did you really want to not drive?
yeah,
You know.
right. Dude, it's weird, man. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I'm excited about this, but like I said, all the trailers for the Bonds always look great. Like the
Yeah.
cinematography here is on point, man. Oh my god, like the
Yeah,
locations
dude. Like
look
it
so
actually,
good.
I get more of a Skyfall feel to this one than I did
Yeah,
like Spectre.
and Blofeld's in here, so
Yeah,
you know you got him back.
yeah. I'm probably gonna watch it. Hopefully, the COVID thing will be done, and then it won't be $30 to watch it because I probably won't.
Yeah, I know. I
You
gotta.
know, I'll watch the bootleg, I guess.
So speaking of another trailer, we're gonna talk about this latest trailer. It's I'll tell you my thoughts on it. It's the Dune trailer. I know Dune fans are hyped. A lot of people who are hyped about this movie. I remember watching the original Dune movie a long time ago. Like, or was it like a movie or like a short series or mini series slash movies? It was David Lynch's Dune, I believe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I remember watching it. It was fucking weird. I don't remember anything about it. I just remember about spice. I remember the people with blue eyes. And I remember the sandworms. Right.
Yeah.
I saw this trailer because this is by Villeneuve. He's doing Dune. Of course, he did Blade Runner, the new Blade Runner, and so he tackled another project he wanted to do. It seems like he gets to do all his like favorite projects.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wanted to do another kind of, I
How
wouldn't
does
say
this
it's
guy get
obscure.
these things?
I know, but so he's getting Dune. Everyone's excited about it. I was like, okay, cool, because I keep hearing that like Dune is like a more, like David Lynch's Dune isn't really good like the books because apparently Dune is supposed to be like a more serious kind of like Star Wars, like epic kind of space thing. It's supposed to be like, I don't want to say Star Wars with lightsabers and shit like that, but it's supposed to be kind of like that epic space kind of grand scale kind of thing. It's supposed to be like another like really good franchise that could probably be up there with Star Wars. Like that's what I keep hearing from like the way the books are. So I don't know anything about it, and I watched this trailer, and I know through all the social medias, people are really hyped about this trailer. And honestly, I watched it. It was okay. It didn't really like do anything for me. I wasn't like, oh my god, like that is cool. Like the sandworm at the end looked fucking scary as shit because it
It
looks like
looked
those
fucking
it
out
looks like
there.
those
Yeah,
lampras. It looks like a big
yeah,
giant lamper thing. Um, but it didn't grab me to where I was like, oh my god, I cannot wait for this. What did the trailer do for you, man? Did you get
I,
hyped?
I,
Did
I think you and I are in the same boat here with this one, just because I've watched it a long time ago. I remember I was a kid. Straight up, I was a
Yeah,
kid.
yeah. I
There
remember
was
watching
things
it on TV. I don't know.
that thing that it didn't grab me the way it grabs other people. I never went back and watched it again. So I don't. There's things I do remember. There's things I don't remember. I know sometimes that voice thing. It was their box as a weapon or something like that. I remember something
I don't
like
really
that.
remember that.
Yeah. And then I do like the one thing I think that'll creep me out a little, and I remember even this when I was a kid, is that scene about the box. I
Mm-hmm.
do remember that, and that kind of creeped me out as a kid, and I saw
Mm-hmm.
that, and it kind of creeped me out again. But out of everything, I think that's the thing that excited me the most. But I think I'm in the same boat. I'm more curious than anything to see how the
Yeah.
movie is, but to say my mind is blown, no, either.
Yeah,
Yeah, because there's fans of it. This thing's got a following too, man.
yeah, they're
Because they've
excited
talked
about it.
about this a long time. Like I've read that this was in the making a long time ago, and it got dropped a couple times and picked
Yeah.
up again and stuff like that. So I
Mm-hmm.
know it's got a following. People have wanted it. People have said they didn't want it. But from my understanding too, it's being turned into two-part. It's not just
I
one
mean, it's
full.
supposed to be a franchise. I heard like
Yeah,
they're trying to
yeah.
make it like an epic franchise. But did anything like what did anything grab you like seeing Oscar Isaac? Seeing
Truth be
my
told,
man,
no.
Aquaman in there,
No. I don't
like.
think anybody grabbed me, to tell you the truth.
Mhm.
I don't. Well, the thing is, like I said, last time I watched it was a kid, so nothing really. I don't remember anything that would grab me or curious. Like the biggest thing is the worm. You know what I mean? Those
Yeah,
worms are the only thing I really remember from it. I was like, oh shit, they look completely different on this one.
I always say Delanove. I'm sorry, it's Villeneuve. I always say his name wrong.
Uh
It's
huh.
because it's Deville Villeneuve, right? Is that how you say it? No, Dennis Villeneuve. God, I always say his name wrong because that's a hard name for me. I don't
Yeah.
know why. Villeneuve.
I just look
Dennis
at the name and
Villeneuve.
say, oh, it's this dude.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
always but it's Dennis Villeneuve. I'm sorry, I always say his name wrong. But I don't know. Everyone's all about this Timothy Chalamet. I'll be honest. I don't. Everyone says he's amazing. I don't know if I've watched anything of his. To
I've
be
watched like
honest.
two or three things. I think he's a good actor, but I don't think he's a. I
What do
don't
you
know how
think
to
about
explain
him
it.
in this movie? At least from knowing some of the movies you saw. What about?
Well, the thing is not just that, knowing that, and then going back to what I know, what this movie kind of sort of should have.
Mm-hmm.
I think he kind of fits it, but if I remember correctly, his character is supposed to be at the end be this badass dude, which that's what I don't see. I don't see that dude being a badass. I mean, look at him. He's a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
don't
mean,
see.
again, I don't know the story. I mean, maybe that's
Yeah.
the whole point. It's kind of like the Luke Skywalker kind of thing, where he's a kid, like kind of
Yes,
young,
yes,
and
yes, yeah.
becomes, like you said.
He ends up
Um,
becoming a badass, like something because I remember those. You had to put something here. Once you master some sort of weapon, the only way for you to control it is by strapping this thing to your voice box. And I remember that this dude, that character at the end, was able to could use that power without needing that. And that was like I think that was
I
like a big
don't.
deal to it or something like
Yeah, I
that.
don't remember anything.
Yeah,
Well,
I
I
remember
just.
because it was Sting too. I think Sting was in it. I
Yeah,
think at the
Sting
end he
was
ended
in
up
it.
fighting Sting.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
was in
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
look, I would say Dave Bautista seems like a little bit more menacing than Sting in this one.
Yeah.
Um, he's interesting. Again, I don't remember anything about the original like David Lynch movie. I just remember a few like pieces of like
Yeah,
things I
yeah.
can remember. Um, I don't know, man. Like, if I find it very strange, like when they're doing like when he's fighting Josh Brolin or training, why are they holographically like
It,
disappearing and shit? I don't
I,
understand
I,
that.
I do. It's something to do with their powers. That's all I know.
Okay,
But it's
so they
only
have
certain people have. Only certain people have those
right,
powers.
right.
And I
Isn't
forgot
it?
who it is.
Isn't
I
it?
want to say it's the people with the blue eyes
I was
that
about to say
have
the
that
people with
power.
blue eyes are like, aren't they like they rule, right? Isn't he like a prince or something or?
Something like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's. I think it's the whole story is him rising back to power from his family.
Or something like that. Oh,
Some
I don't
shit.
know.
Yeah.
All I know is like it's just there's something like I'm not saying like I always got to get like know a lot about something for me to get hyped. Like I mean it helps. I mean, but also like now, it seems like I feel like I'm coming from a outside of the box perspective now because I don't know anything about this franchise. But so now all I have to do is I have to cling to the trailer, and from the trailer, I don't know what's going on.
I
I
actually have
don't.
the movie.
Do you?
Boss let me borrow it because he was like, "You gotta watch this. If you don't know what this is, you
The
gotta
David
watch it."
Lynch one?
Yeah,
It's not good.
I haven't.
I remember it's
It's
not
an
that
old
good.
one. It's an old one,
Yeah,
because
but
he gave me
even
a
like
heads up. He's like, it's old. It's old, so it's really
it's
outdated.
yeah, but it's not even about that. A lot of the people who actually were like around that time who watched it, who knew what
uh,
was going on, say it's not just that it was old. It's just it's not a good it's not a
yeah,
good movie. Again, I don't remember it, so you watch it, man. Let
yeah,
me know what you think. But like I said, even though like I don't know anything about this, like I'm looking from an outside perspective of this movie, and it's just there was nothing there that grabbed me. Like seeing Josh Brolin was cool. Like it has a lot of actors. Seeing Oscar Isaac. But there wasn't anything just at the end that huge sandworm and them like running
absolutely.
from it.
Yeah, I agree with you, dude. Like there was nothing else us there as like say movie lovers, to for us to grasp on it. Just like, yeah, this looks
I
cool.
didn't see anything
Like,
cool action. Like I
yeah,
said,
dude.
it
I
was just
think
the
it was
worm at
just
the end that was like more
because truth
like
be told,
the
it seemed like they were making it more for the actual fans than they were for
yeah.
people like us, like or anybody, my next door neighbor. They probably won't find it
It's
intriguing
it's
either.
it's funny how you say for us for like the one thing that we're not like we
Yeah,
know a lot about it, huge fans.
yeah,
Like we're like saying it's like it's for other like crucial fans. So like I said, I think when eventually they have a second trailer, it's gonna be probably a little. They always start off with like I like you said about fans. I think like they always do. They show the first trailer for fans. Like you got
the
that one
teaser, right? It's a
the
teaser.
teaser, but the fans know what it is, right? And
Yeah,
then the second one's going to be more about the story, and probably that's the one where I can. It's either going to grab me or not. I think that's the one's going to be more story based, and we're going to kind of get an idea of what the hell's going on.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So, but it's funny, real quick on Twitter they showed a shot by shot trailer. And everything in the original Dune, they showed a trailer. I might have to like tweet it to you. Did you see
I
it?
think, yeah,
Everything
yeah,
was exactly the same.
yeah, yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if that's good or bad. Is that good or
yeah.
bad, dude?
I don't know, dude.
Because it's almost like he's,
Like, I mean, look at what they did with the Watchmen. Zack Snyder's Watchmen. That was good, and they did it dead on like the comic. You know what I mean? Like when you put the
right,
gross
but
images.
a lot of people didn't like the Dune David Lynch movie. So is that
Yeah.
a good thing
Well,
to?
I don't know because it does have a following, dude. The actual movie itself does have a following too. So I don't know.
Yeah, again,
Like
I
it's
don't
like
know.
but it is like also what you're talking about, how like the actual book lovers, But usually
Yeah,
the book
book
lovers are
close.
always separate than the movie lovers too. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's I don't
But
know.
it's weird because again, I think we're getting into a Doctor Sleep kind of thing where they say that this movie is not based off the David Lynch; it's based off the books, and the book
Yeah.
lovers are gonna love this movie because it stays true to the book. But then when I see this shot by shot thing, I'm like, okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It is, but it isn't.
yeah. So are you guys lying to us here? I don't know, but
Yeah.
I mean, let me say this again: Villeneuve is a he loves the series. Like it seems like whenever I would say though the cinematography or whatever that shit looks badass. Like all the areas. Like
You could tell they're throwing money, dude.
oh
You
my
could tell
god, it looks so
it's got a
good.
bill on that
I would
thing,
say it
dude.
looks so good. Like it
Yeah.
just like it definitely looks interesting. Um, I don't know. He's a huge fan of these like kind of like I don't want to say they're obscure, but like these ones that are normally like don't get like I don't think anyone else could have greenlit this Dune thing. Like I think he because of his name he was able to say I want
To
to do
actually
this
do it,
movie
yeah.
and do
I
it.
did it once before.
Yeah,
For the
so
deal.
so I think because he has so much like love and passion for it, he's gonna do justice for this movie. So for people who didn't like the original David Lynch one, I think, and the book lovers who love the books, I think they're probably gonna enjoy this movie. And I just hope it grabs me. I hope it's not too niche. I don't want it to be
Yeah.
too niche to where I can't enjoy this movie. I hope I can understand and I hope I enjoy it because the cast is crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it
mean,
looks dope, dude. Like, cast wise, I think it's cool, dude. Seeing that lineup is awesome.
oh my god.
I'm like, oh, okay.
Because I forgot Javier Bardem was in this too. I forgot
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
in there. It's just, my God.
Thanos.
So, yeah, I guess he's the dad, or is he the?
I don't know.
Again,
I
I
don't
don't.
know. I don't know. I don't know who's who. They all kind of look the same too. They all got that armor and that beard.
Yeah, the only one I saw who looked like the only bit of the enemy I see is Dave Bautista because he's like the only white looking, like he's like kind of like alien looking. I mean, he looks like Drax without the tats kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're gonna.
It's Drax with a shirt on.
Yeah, armor or whatever. I don't know. Some weird stuff. But yeah, so we'll see how this is. I need a second trailer. I think.
Yeah,
that's what I feel like. But yeah. With that, like I said, this was just a heavy kind of when it came to movies. It's just kind of trailer heavy. I'm glad we were able to talk. But for that again, like I said, please go over to the YouTubes and hit the like and follow. And like I said, what really helps is just spreading the word to people and telling them to tune into us because that helps a lot. And we appreciate all people who come to our show and listen to us knuckleheads. Really appreciate it. But like I said, if you get a chance, go over to the Apple Podcast, give us a review. Go over here, like us, tell people about us because like I said, it really helps us, especially with the algorithm and stuff. So again, thank you. Chico, why don't you tell people where they can find you?
Twitter, KillingJoke127.
All right, and you can find me also on Twitter at Victor Tanman. And you know what I just realized I did? I actually put your name. I put Chico over here. I put.
Say what? Get out of here! the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, because I think I saw the M from Mo, and I just put I just
you went with off
yeah.
That,
Dude, I'm tired today. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, it's Chico. All right, so yeah, it's Chico. Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So please.
Now people know my real name.
Oh no! Even though they saw it in the first episode. But,
yeah.
But anyways, yeah. Again, thanks to them, and like I said, we all have opinions, so let's be nice and let's talk about it. Until next time, see you guys later. All right, bye.
Peace.